Hello. How you guys doing? Good morning or good night for a lot of you actually. Um yeah, if you are watching this and it's nighttime, do not use this as an excuse to go up past your bedtime. Okay? Go to sleep. But if you are getting up like me, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a great week because we're past the halfway point now. Populate. Actually, Callie, I think you're a new member. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. And also, we're probably gonna have some new faces here to all of you. By the way, like, they made me pay extra for this ship, but it seems to be the slowest ship in the game because I can't get to where I want to go. Okay, bro, it's almost like ancient humans made these things. Like what? Anyway, to all the new faces that are here, you are more than welcome. It's great to see you, and yeah, I hope you have a great time in this stream and in future videos and in all of that. Past mid, past midnight. It's past midnight, bro. But I'm here for it. The part where Earth gets turned into a cube made my jaw drop, dude. I was so when you watch my reaction video that I did for it, and it's like a mix between reaction and like I give my initial thoughts. Now we've made it. I there's the amount of dude, dude, dude. Because I'm just like, what's going on? Are we gonna be able to participate in the group call? I mean, so the way that this works is I have the group call voice chat for ascended members, and it is their way of being able to hop in and vocally, I guess, chat and share and stuff like that, or once a week kind of hangout session. But I figured that the way that I'll do it is that all of you guys can participate as well in the chat. Because if it was like a whole like anybody could join, I think it would get really kind of, there'd be so many voices going on, and eventually that might be the case anyways. But for now, it's just a way of kind of that Bray's plaything, dude. This individual, this alleged contributing member of society, is Guardian rank 10, has the God Slayer title, and has their name as Anna Bray's plaything. No apostrophe. No full stop. Pure degeneracy. Honestly, I'm sure the more I look around here, the more disappointed in humanity I'm gonna get. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing. No, we're not. No, listen. I am not Lord Daddy. Okay? Do not call me. Don't call me. Please don't. Good morning. Hey, Felix, how you doing, man? Wait, somebody messaged me in chat. I do not know what that means, but sure. Yeah, the answer is yes. I remember when I was in school and we were in Irish class, and I had a friend, and he was just not like he didn't like, and the teacher asked him something in Irish, and he just looked at her just deadpan serious and just said, "The answer is yes." I'm driving home from work, sleeps for the week. I'm here from work. Well, just be safe, okay? Also, be safe driving and all that. Lore friend, lore cousin, lore baby. Nah, there's a certain level of uh of decency. Lore scholar, lore squire. But yeah, I'm gonna join the level. Oh, also, wait, before I do that, I'm gonna get, something just out of the way, okay? So we're probably gonna end up talking about this trailer, but I am not going to go super deep into the veiled figures. And I know that might be like, ah, dude, come on. He put it in the thumbnail. The reason why is because I am basically making well, I have the script already done. I'm making that video, right, going into that, and that's planned to come out today. And I say it in the video, but when I made my reaction video to the trailer and I went over it and I gave my initial thoughts, I, I wasn't able, I didn't have the time to really give proper thought out, formulated ideas. And I kind of felt like I was just baiting you on, like, okay, yeah, wow, this is really interesting. And I'll talk more about this when I have, myself figured out. And I felt bad about that. So that video, the first video, it's been done for a day or two, but I've been holding on to it. And so I'm making the second video where I actually go deep into it, and I'm going to release the two together. So, and I'm hoping I can do that today. So I'll talk about the trailer, but I'm not going to go super deep into the veiled figures if I can help it, because I have the video about that coming up. But anyway, people are messaging me. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Okay, let's jump in. Oh, oh.
Hello.
Mr. Sandwich.
Well, that's me. You know it, man.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
You're doing good?
Oh yeah, I've been working on my own stuff. I've been up to mischief.
That's right, because you're working on your own video, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's that coming along?
I'm not.
Well, this is yours now.
I mean, look, I think I'm like 2/3 of the way done with it. I will be done with it by the end. Like, I should be done with it by at least like Friday or Saturday. So
Nice.
I do need to get it done before Final Shape comes out, because it's kind of involved with that.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Of course. Did you want to... I'm just going to do Onslaught. Did you want to join me for that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I will... Actually, I'm going to go to the tower. Or, no, I'm in the tower. I'm going to go to Orbit. And then you can join me there, because I don't know if my tower is full or not. Also, if anybody else... dude, I actually... Yeah, Onslaught is 3 people. If anybody else wants to join, like, well, in game... They're mad sus. They are indeed. What is Maestro? I only know... Oh, Mistro. I don't know. Lord Uncle. Okay, no, we're not. No. It's morning for me, 7:54. Yep, 6:50. Well, 6:55 for me now. I have pizza in the fridge. Veiled figures are either the winnower as it shows itself to the witness, or it's whatever the Osiris meant. We set the veil and the traveler together. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, dude. We'll see. What I will say on that is that I actually think that I haven't seen anybody talk about what my conclusion is. I think when I say what I'm gonna say in that video, it's gonna be a mixture of either, oh, I never thought of that, or it's gonna be, okay, this dude is absolutely like off his rocker. Like, this guy is insane. But I'm gonna go super deep into it, because I made that first video and I was like, yeah, I'm barely touching on it. And I was like, you know what? People want me to go deep. So you know what? I'm gonna go so deep they'll be asking me to stop. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the trailer, Mr. Ultra? Did you like it?
It definitely. I'm really happy they're raising the stakes. That's for sure. I got really excited when I saw the lass with the cloak with the veil on, and I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw there were multiple, and I was like, huh. And I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking about that one. I think whatever happens, it might be interesting. We'll see.
Trying to think yeah, so I have come to the opinion. I'm gonna just turn the game down because I remember people had issues with it before, and give me 1 second, guys. I just want to make sure that I'm just gonna set the game to be quiet. If the game is too quiet, you can let me know as well. But I'm kind of just over adjusting to be safe. Yeah, dude, I think so I've kind of narrowed it down myself to potentially 2 possible explanations, and I'm actually very happy with either one. I think the only way it can possibly be bad is if the witness just decided to have something look spooky to spook Zavala, and that's it. Like, there's literally no reference to anything else in the game. It's just like, oh, I just wanted to be spooky, so I'm gonna design something that looks spooky. I think that's the only way that it can be bad, because yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm still kind of processing it personally. Like, we'll see. I'm planning on making a let's play of Final Shape, so you'll get my raw reactions to everything. I made a thumbnail I'm really proud of.
Well, you should put it either in the server or send it to me if you haven't.
I did post it earlier, like a couple days ago. I can post it again now. Let me kill this guy. I'm probably gonna tweak it a little bit, but what it is I basically commissioned a friend of mine to like draw the witness and one of the subjugators to look like Wojaks, like the pointing Soyjaks. It'll make sense when I send it.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
It's good. I'm proud. I'm happy with that. He even made the faces in the. He even made like the faces in the smoke like little Soyjak faces, which is really funny. I'm really proud of him for that one.
That's awesome, dude.
And if you want to check out the guy who made that's work, it's Jitfloose on Instagram.
All right.
He draws a lot of. He doesn't do like Destiny shit. I just commissioned him to do that for me. But he does like a variety of different things. He's not like a professional artist. He just does it for fun.
Yeah, for the giggles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody asked. Keep missing the. I know. I saw one person ask, "Do I think Zavala is gonna betray us?" And I think the answer to that is no. I'm pretty steadfast in my opinion that Zavala is not gonna actually like go to the dark side or whatever. But I do think he's gonna die. But I think the key thing is not just respecting the character, but also Lance's legacy, if that makes sense. So I think they're going to do the character justice, and they're gonna let him go with honor. Somebody said they have a deep. Oh dear, I'll tabbed. Did you see the few frames in the trailer with the astronaut getting some sort of prisma? Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what that is, dude. Somebody pointed out the eclipse in the background, and how the Nines realm has a similar thing going on, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm also really curious about the frame where you just see the person's eye. Like, just the eyeball.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it was really weird, dude. I don't have any explanation for that at all. Did you see they have a deep male voice and talked over the witness. Over the witness. If you're talking about the veiled figure that speaks, like behind Zavala, what's actually interesting is that they say suffering, but when I edited the audio really quietly, they say suffering and misery, which is pretty cool. Also, if you look at that figure, I think they actually added in the detail where if you have like cloth over your mouth, but you like speak with force, like the air is gonna cause the fabric to kind of like, you know, push out. And I think you can actually see the fabric like pushing out from the mouth of whatever's behind the thing, which is, I just think it's a cool detail. It's neat.
Oh yeah, that is a really cool attention to detail. I noticed that too, how the fabric
Yeah.
actually moves when it talks.
And speaking of attention to details, I never knew this. When Amanda died, Shax replaced, he had like a white cloth on his shoulder pad. He replaced that with her her scarf thing, or her headband scarf thing, whatever. And in the launch trailer, when he's flying into the Pale Heart, he actually, there's a shot of him looking at it like sadly. I never noticed that, but Robert Brooks pointed it out, saying that they've had that like once you do the quest where she dies, he actually, it swaps it, and I never noticed.
Oh wow!
Yes.
I never noticed that either. That's cool, actually.
And it really reminds me of, so I don't know if you guys are gonna know this or not. This is a really like small detail. In D1, one of my favorite hunter cloaks, I never really wore it, but like in lore wise, my favorite hunter cloak was probably, I think it was called the hard case cloak, and it was like all tattered and bloody, and it was like if you see a hunter wearing the cloak of their dead friend, it's a promise or something like that. And
I do remember that. That was a rare cloak, wasn't it?
yeah, it was.
God, that shouldn't have. That should have been a legendary, honestly, because that's really cool. Like a blood-covered cloak.
Yeah, I don't think you would
Like-
see that nowadays. I don't think they would make something like that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Destiny's theming has changed a lot. Apparently, Final Shape is gonna be a lot darker, though,
Yeah, it's just a,
which I think is the good. Like they need to do that.
yep. Oh yeah.
We don't need like MCU dialogue for Final Shape. Like we got enough of that with the last one.
Oh, apparently, somebody said, Jay says that it's been confirmed Zavala's not gonna die. Okay. Because
Oh.
of the voice actor.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think, yeah, that's fair. I personally would prefer that he would die. Just because I think it just feels weird continuing after the death of Lance.
I'd say the one thing, especially if they're not gonna kill him off, I think it's really weird. It's really weird to me that they pick Zavala to be the person that's like getting manipulated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it kind
Like
of
that's
makes sense.
really random.
Nah, it kind of makes sense because he has a track record of having his faith shaken. Like, you look at Witch Queen, you look at, even the Red War, Beyond Light especially, with Stasis. There's a track record
That's
of him
true,
kind of,
yeah.
you know, and then Amanda dying, and then Haunted with his family. Zavala's been built up getting kind of, you know.
Yeah, I
And
never thought of it that way.
And
Yeah,
I think
you
the
make a good
difference
point.
between him and Ikora is that, because you could also put this on Ikora, right? But the difference is that Ikora kind of had her moment in the Red War with the Traveler getting taken and or not taken, but you know, whatever, and the Speaker getting taken, and so she goes to Io, and that is kind of where she figures out like what actually is my faith. Because Ikora 100% I would say is religious about the light and the Traveler.
Yeah,
And,
that's fair.
I think that the kind of conclusion she came to by the end of her time on Io kind of made her like able to adapt to whatever comes up, because she kind of readjusted her faith to work around, you know, things may not go the way that I feel like they should. But with Zavala, I think he hasn't done that, and so his faith is continually getting shaken in the Traveler, and it's, yeah. But I agree. Sometimes it kind of feels like, why are they picking on poor Zavala, you know?
Yeah, I mean, so some people will probably hear this and kind of roll their eyes a bit. I really do think that out of everyone that the Witness would want to try and manipulate, it really would be us. And maybe it does. I'm sure it does, like in some way. but we'll just have to see. I do think whatever it is that it's going to show Zavala that like makes him even consider that, it's got to be something really crazy.
I I personally think that we are beyond temptation, mainly because of the fact that so first of all, I think like it was 100% the witness that was communicating to us in the moon pyramid through the ghost. And I think that I don't know, I think the way it first introduced itself kind of set it up for failure because it was kind of an all or nothing approach that it did. Like jolting us with the ghost possession and all that, and you know, all those things. I think it's
Yeah.
kind of a very aggressive and a one and done approach. And I don't know, like is it just me, or I don't think that our guardian is capable of the whole, oh, you're gonna be so powerful, you know, if you join me. And it's like, but like, okay, so like what happens if I join you? Oh, that's right, everything that I love and know dies, right? Okay.
That's a good point.
Also, I heard that if I just beat you and if I just kill you, I can turn you into a gun. And you're making a very poor argument here against that. You know, me turning
Yeah,
you
fair
into a
enough.
hat.
A hat.
Oh, dude, these curse thralls are
Where the
actually-
witness's severed head in Team Fortress 2.
Bro.
That'd be awesome.
The veil was dumb. I used to, so my nickname for the veil used to be the narrative tumor, because it was out of place. It stuck out like a sore thumb. There was no explanation for it. It was unwanted. It didn't make sense. And it potentially killed the continuity of the story, in my opinion, with a lot of things. But if you watch my Veil Theory videos, and maybe it's copium, right? Me trying to find an explanation where there maybe is none. But that being said, I think I figured out a way that the veil makes a lot of sense, and you can take those explanations and you can believe that that maybe is what they were thinking when they did the whatever. I think the veil was 100% poorly explained. I personally don't like the concept of darkness being purely thought and all that, but I think if I had to guess, right, if the best case scenario were to exist, the reason why the veil exists at all is to give us a way to enter the darkness and the deep, like as the location. The veil exists as the doorway. And I was actually messaging somebody before I started the stream, and you guys can check this out for yourself. There's a Bungie artist. I've covered him on the channel. His great work. His name is Dima Goryanov. If I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry. And Dima on his Twitter has like a 3D model animated like animation of the Guardian falling into the veil. And it was like a concept type thing. In my opinion, the veil was
Interesting.
100% designed for us to go into. Even in Lightfall, the ghost makes that comment about, oh, don't fall in. Whatever you do, don't fall in, you know. So
Yeah.
that might be why they made the veil, but you know, them explaining it, not explaining it was terrible. And yeah, but I think as we've seen in the trailer, the veil has appeared again, even if just in the vision. And I would not be surprised if, let's just put it like this, right? This expansion is allegedly concluding the Light and Darkness saga. How can you conclude the Light and Darkness saga without resolving the veil, right? Can you imagine we go inside the Pale Heart, we kill the Witness, we save the Traveler or the Gardener or whatever, and then the veil's just chilling there? Like, that's gonna be a bit awkward. It's like, okay, well guys, we we still have the tumor, you know? So I think the Veil's probably going to get resolved, and yeah. So I do think the Veil is stupid, but that's my hopium on why they introduced it. I don't know, what are your thoughts on the Veil? Ultra.
I still kind of don't like it. Even I feel like even in the context of what they're doing with the new story of like, oh, darkness is consciousness, that still kind of plays into that old sort of idea of like it being like formless, like the formless one. So I think it's kind of weird for them to give it a form.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that there could have been a way for us to get into the deep without even like needing like a big like portal thing like the Veil. And I think the answer to that is the Ascendant Realm. Like I imagine that the Ascendant Realm possibly has like. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't remember.
Because if you look at, and even Bife mentioned this in his video, if you go back to the Books of Sorrow, when Oryx entered the deep, he needed the Tablets of Ruin to act as his things to stand. They were his path in there. So even Oryx, you need a specific way to access the deep. And if the deep is the Veil, again, I know it's goofy, but the same kind of logic would apply there, theoretically, right? So
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So I know what you're saying. I do think that it would be better probably in other ways, but I don't think the Ascendant Realm as an example would probably work just because of what Oryx had to go through. And
yeah, that's a good point.
Speaking of Oryx, I wonder if like obviously we in the world don't know this, but it would have been also interesting. This is a complete, like, this would never happen, and it doesn't need to happen, and it would be long-winded, but imagine if we figured out in the world that the Veil was the deep, and so Ikora, say, or Toland figured out that we could use the Tablets of Ruin to get into the portal. So we go and find Toland, and he leads us on a quest to collect all of the Tablets of Ruin, and then we use those to get into the portal. I know that would never happen, and I'm not saying it should happen that way, but I think from a lore perspective, like a nerd's perspective, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Okay, that would be an awesome idea for an episode, though.
That would be really...
I like that. I actually really like that idea. Because that could fit into a formula, too. Like the sort of thing they like to do with a lot of that stuff, where it's like, oh, we found another piece, go into this area and get it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think something like that could be interesting. And they could give us, like, some, like, new... Like, they could give us some more lore on Oryx, maybe, that could kind of put some of that stuff into, like, better context within, like, how the story is now. Like, they could do something along those lines with that, I feel.
Because we only know where the one tablet is. Pretty sure.
I think, unless the giant thing behind Golgoroth was a tablet of ruin, I don't remember.
Yeah. Golgoroth has one.
That's right.
Me check the guineas again. You know what's so funny, dude? So I want to scroll up and see the chat, so I have to like stand still, Alt Tab, and then scroll up through the chat.
Yeah, there's more people in here than usual.
Dude. I'm such a dinosaur when it comes to streaming, though. Like this is gonna sound really embarrassing, but I have a Starforge affiliate, and they gave me like a bunch of assets, like pictures and stuff like that, to like show in videos and on stream. But the way I see everybody do it is that they'll have the picture like fade in and fade out, and I don't know how to do that on Streamlabs. So all this time, I've had the ability to advertise Starforge stuff, and I don't know how to do it, so I just don't do it. Because I don't want to just have a picture.
The stream is sponsored by Starforge, by the way. Go buy a computer.
Well, it's not like sponsored, but basically I have like a referral code, And
I gotcha.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was kind of
No, I
messing
get you. I
around.
get you. No, no. I appreciate that though. I appreciate that though.
Use code Zargway and you'll get 1%
Yes.
off a computer. It
Yeah.
might have a virus on it. We don't know.
Um,
We'll find out.
by the way, if anybody is like thinking about getting a PC, I have been doing a lot of digging into that myself because I myself am in desperate need of upgrades, and I'm going to give you guys unfiltered and this is completely unbiased like advice when it comes to this kind of stuff, right? If you want to save as much money as possible, you are going... Oh, I've been bamboozled. If you want to save as much money as possible, you are going to save more money buying all of your parts separately and building it yourself. However, there comes a lot of risk with that, and maybe you'll do something wrong, and even if the PC works fine, if it breaks later down the road, you are gonna have to deal with that yourself. So that's where pre-built PCs come in clutch, because it comes pre-built. If something's faulty with it, you can just send it back and they'll fix it for you, and you're good to go. So then the question comes, okay, so which company would I actually go to? And there's a lot of PC companies out there. You can go to Walmart. You can don't get your PC from Walmart. You can go to
If you buy a PC from Walmart, it will break in like a week.
dude.
Just don't.
If you, you can go to Walmart, there's like a bunch of online stuff. So what is my opinion on Starforge? Well, Starforge, in my opinion, from everything that I have seen going into Starforge, you are guaranteed two things: convenience and security. Okay? You are guaranteed convenience because the layout of the store is very, very easy to understand, and you're not really bombarded with too many options. And at the same time, you are guaranteed security because this isn't some like random online company where they'll have really crappy customer support or, you know, whatever. I remember, right? My friend, this was way back in the day, he got a pre-built PC and it literally just broke on him, and the company just was awful to deal with and they wouldn't help at all. And I think the one time they did actually send it back to him, there was even more stuff broken with it. You don't want to deal with that, okay? Even if you find a site and it's cheaper and you're promised a better deal, you don't want to deal with getting screwed over and then having some really shady, you know, press 1 if you would like to make a complaint. Press 2 if it is due to a faulty part. Press 3 if it is due to a faulty transistor in the mainframe. Like, you don't want to be dealing with that. With Starforge, they have a reputation to maintain, okay? If Starforge looks bad, do you know how many creators are connected to that company? Not just creators who are like sponsored or affiliated, but the company was made by creators. Their careers are connected to the well-being of that company. So at the very least, you are guaranteed security if you get Starforge PCs. Okay? Okay. Also, you have the potential ability to see your PC being built on stream live, which I think would be pretty cool.
Ah, that's kind of cool, actually.
When you, I think, are checking out your PC, you have an option to tick like, yes, I would like the opportunity to potentially see it built live on stream. And then that would be, yeah. And I think they stream it on Twitch too, so it's you and like an audience. But anyway, that's my ramble over. Again, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do have an affiliate code, and I'm somebody who, to the best of my ability, if I get sponsors down the road, I'm going to be very picky with them, and I actually went out of my way to try and get affiliated with Starforge, because that's actually a company that yeah. So anyway, if you are somebody who has been thinking about upgrading, my honest opinion is if you know what you're doing and you think that you can build a PC and do a good job of it, then go ahead. You don't need to be listening to me, right? But if you're somebody who doesn't really know what you're doing and you're maybe looking to get into PC gaming from console gaming, and you know you're seeing all these parts, motherboards, AIO coolers, all these different things, then you're looking at a pre-built. And can you go and just buy a pre-built off Amazon? Yeah, but you know, again, I don't know. I've had some nightmare stories come my way, and I know you don't want to deal with that. And bro, I have 4 RAM sticks in my PC, okay? One of them broke. And because of that, my PC would not turn on at all. Now, I had no idea what was wrong. I had absolutely no idea what was wrong at all. And so in the end, I had to do the only thing that I could. Take out each part and figure out what the problem was. So eventually, right, I take out enough RAM sticks to where the PC actually turns on. And I'm like, yes, we did it. But I've only got 1 RAM stick in. So I'm like, okay, so how many of them are actually broken? But is it the RAM that's broken? Or is it the thing that I plug it into? Is it one of the slots that broke? I have no idea. So I had to put each RAM stick in each slot and test every combination, and each time turning on my PC and turning it off again. Every single time until I figured out that it was one of the sticks that was broken. You don't want to deal with that, okay? If that happens to you, you just email Starforge and say, oi! The machine has malfunctioned. And then you send it. So anyway, that's my opinion on that, because I'm actually invested in the situation myself. So if you're in a similar situation, I would trust Starforge. Their layout is simple, and if you use my code, that actually helps me too. Just so that's yeah.
What if you bought the or what if you signed up for like the build your PC on live, and then they finished building it and they were like, here's your PC, we'll send it to you now, and then a 7-foot tall super buff guy with like a sledgehammer runs in, he goes and he like smashes your PC with a sledgehammer, and then runs out, and they're like, oh well,
you type in the chat,
give you another one, you have to buy it again.
Just as they finish it, you type in the chat, oh boy, I can't wait to play the final shape with this. Guy looks at you, wait, what did you say? You like Destiny? Takes a hammer and just starts.
He goes, ugh, he vomits on. See, he projectile vomits on the camera, and now you can't see anything.
Oh boy.
That's good.
He's like, let me finalize your PC for you, and just cuts it up into pieces.
He vomits in it.
Okay, well the witness doesn't. The witness doesn't. That's not how finalizing works. The witness doesn't vomit people into perfect shape. But
what if it was? What if that's what he wanted to do the whole time?
No, I don't.
We were like, oh, that's kind of. I mean, that's kind of gross. So we're still gonna like stop you anyway. But it's like not as bad as we thought, honestly.
Oh, dude, I would still stop him.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to get puked on. I'd still stop him. Yeah, that's yucky. That's gross.
I need to like speed run down through the chat because I need to catch up. I really hate it when like I like to read all the chat if I can. So even if I don't read, even if I don't read out your thing, know that I am seeing it. But the problem is that you know, if I'm talking then I miss the chat, I want to go back and see it, and then I end up, you know, whatever. So please be patient. The Veil made a great connection to Lakshmi too, though. Lakshmi key.
No, she's definitely some scary evil experiment thing, for sure.
Was.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. She got gutted by a goblin, and she's a corpse now.
I mean, it wasn't confirmed. I get. Wait, was her body left behind, or did they just yoink her?
Yeah. Oh yeah. In the mission, you could see her like carcass on the ground.
Carcass. Yeah,
like as you loaded into the mission.
turned her into roadkill. What?
Actually, I made a TikTok about that, and it's like the most viewed TikTok on my fucking TikTok channel, I'm pretty sure.
Oof. I've considered making a TikTok, but I just don't like the platform, dude. I don't wanna. I don't know. Oof.
I will say Destiny TikTok is a scary place, and I
Really?
am not fond of it. Yeah, no, there's a lot of like, I don't know, like TikTok power scalers really got their grimy
Oh,
little
I
fingers.
know what you're on about. Yeah, we don't need to go
I
into
can't.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
I know I know it. I know.
I
We're
just
not.
like the video game.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, be civil.
So the pale heart's equivalent for the. Yes, well that's my theory, Kelly. That's my theory, and again, like, listen, I know we have the real world answer, which is like, oh, they changed it or they added things in or whatever. But I always try to, if I come up with an explanation of my own, I try to make it fit with the established like lore and the continuity and all that, and that is an explanation that would fit with that in my opinion, right? But the thing is, it actually works really well though, and I'll be really surprised if the narrative team doesn't do that, because it kind of is low-hanging fruit in my opinion. I think it's a mix of all. Witness showing its past, saying that the Traveler is bad. Does look like Stargate. Few things we don't turn the Witness into a gun. A Witness themed PC. Well, actually, dude, my friend, I can tell you how to get your own Witness themed PC for free. So what you want to do is you want to basically okay, don't do this. You want to download. I know Intel has a CPU overclocking program, right? And what you want to do is you want to set your CPU clock speed to 10 gigahertz, okay? 10. And then what you will see is that your PC will have become so fast that it will have been perfected, and it will be the Witness, it'll be the final shape. And you will see the smoke from the Witness's head coming from your PC. And you'll have your own, smoking PC like the Witness.
That's kind of rad. You could probably put
Exactly,
like
rad, because it'll be hot like a
machine
radiator.
at like the top of your monitor or something, like a steam effect. I don't know if that would like make it hotter though, or not. You could also just go to like virus.com. There's some good upgrades on there.
Get cheeky. What is it? What's the thing that they use at concerts? What's the term?
Microphone.
No.
I don't remember.
Like
I don't know.
like the fog that they have.
Oh yeah, like
It's
a
like
smoke,
ice.
like dry ice.
Dry ice. That's it. Yeah.
You put dry ice in your PC. That might be safe. I'm sure someone's done that. Someone cooled their PC with syrup. I saw that in like a YouTube short or something.
That doesn't look. I mean, I can maybe see it working short term if you do some abomination with it, but I can't see that lasting like for a while.
It works for a little bit because this it actually like melts. It actually we're heating the syrup up kind of gets it down to a consistency where it can flow. But at the end of the video, it did like leak out.
Right.
I don't know if that was like guaranteed to happen or not. I wouldn't risk it though. See, if you're gonna do a liquid cooler, just use like the proper coolant. I don't think it's water you use. I think it's something else.
Yeah.
I forget what this stuff's called.
And speaking of leaking, right? If you get a pre-built PC and it's getting shipped to you, you want to make sure that all the pipes for the cooling, that nothing got dislodged or loosened, because if they ship a PC to you and it's got liquid cooling and it ends up peeing itself because of that, you're gonna have to ship it back, and that's another thing. So again, like if you do get a pre-built PC, you want a company where if you have to send it back, you feel comfortable that you're gonna be treated right and that it's actually gonna work well. So that's another thing. Like that's like for example, I have a it's not like full-on water cooled, but it's like the fans that are connected to like the pump. It's like a kind of it's in between, right? They call it an all-in-one cooler or an AIO. It's in between. And when I would move from college back to home, we would put the PC in the car, and dude, like the car would go over potholes or something, and they'd be bumping. And the whole time I'd hear the PC rattling around in the back, and I'd be like, "Oh, please don't break, please don't break, please." So yeah, PC stands for perfected computer. True.
PC stands for pickles,
Complicated.
controllable.
Drags
I don't
desktop
know.
inside a recycle bin. Witness PC.
So true. You could probably do something like a real one, like a matte black PC with like orange lights or something. That would kind of go hard.
Yeah, dude. They should 100% like they should really make. I'm surprised they don't really have like a Destiny themed PC, cuz like I know Warframe's done a few of them. They look really sick. Oh, can you imagine like a pyramid themed PC? I would cry so hard at not being able to afford that. Cuz like I'd be like, "Dude, I want that so badly." And then I'd be like, "Wow,
Oh
it is what it
man.
is."
Imagine it being. They could even make it like a crazy like $3,000 one where like the like shell of it. I forget what it's called. I'm so sorry.
The case.
Yeah, the case is actually shaped like a pyramid ship or something. That would be kind of cool. That'd be very
yeah.
obtuse though and hard to move,
It would be hard to
but it would
move,
still
yeah.
be cool. Maybe it could come with a remote controller and you can fly it around your room. There you go. There you go. That's perfect. It's perfect. Imagine like your like aunt comes over or something and she gives it to like your little cousin because she thinks it's a toy,
Oh,
and her
bro.
cousin just flies it out the window. and
You're
crashes
playing the
into a
final
tree.
shape, and when you enter the pale heart, your PC just begins to hover, and you freak out, and then it's like,
Oh.
that's not a bug, it's a feature.
Oh, they look. Witness looks like into the screen and says your full name. Oh man.
He just looks into the screen and goes, activate.
Creepypasta.
Best your opponents and survive.
Waves his hand and like you blow a fuse in your room.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That's gonna statistically that's gonna happen to at least one person in the world. It has to.
Yeah, somebody
Like the
blue
witness waves his
screens.
hand. It's like,
100%,
dude, what? This game is so meta. That's crazy. It's like Undertale.
By the way, why is the Witness's monolith shaped like its head? Yeah, I've been aware of that, and I think it's mainly just like the design choice, right? I think if I had to break it down, I think a lot of it is ego. The Witness sees itself literally as a god, even though it isn't. No, sorry. It doesn't see itself as a god. It sees itself as the rightful god. So it's trying to claim
See
its
who's
place.
robed as if a god who
Yeah.
stands with pride above the rest.
Destroy this ancient nameless fraud.
Destroy the one whose death was blessed.
Yeah. I think that's basically
Hell
it.
yeah.
But I have a member video where I go into the
Oh.
link between that and the I got you. I go into
I'm so
the
cooked.
links between that and the Tower of Babel. Why have it with me? Thought I was revising it. Whoop. Nope. Rip. And yeah. Good night, guys. Good night, Cobra. Thank you for joining us. You sleep well,
Have a
man.
good night.
Witness showed up and he had hyper realistic blood coming out of his eyes, bro.
Oh yeah, it's because I made the creepypasta joke. That's awesome. There was one Destiny creepypasta back in the day. I don't think that many people know about it though.
I don't think I know about
I
it.
don't. It was like it was something along the lines. It was like some shit like I was playing Destiny and I was in the Cosmodrome and I saw what looked like a player, but they wore dark armor and they had no name tag. When I walked up to them, they ran over and stabbed me with a knife and ran away, and I never saw them
You die, I'm
again.
gonna cry.
That's literally that's how it goes.
No, don't get. What are you doing? You could have done it.
Ah!
He's gonna bonk you. What is Ken doing? Ken,
Help me!
you're
Help
throwing.
me! Oh, the things I do for the spark. Okay. Oh, That was the most scuffed Spark run ever, I think.
And the spark is still here. I can just pick it up again.
I might have. I hope I didn't wake my dad on accident. I yelled loud enough for him.
I have a question. Why does the witness look the way it looks? Is there a reason? So this is my opinion, and it's kind of I don't know. I said this in the last time I streamed, which is that the biggest flaw with the witness and the reason why, even after they add a bunch to the character, and they have added a bunch to the character, why I still think it's a bit of a flawed character is because its design, from the way it looks to the way it speaks, is purely to be an ominous, mysterious, and vague enemy. That is it. And its design is intended to be scary, to be mysterious, and to make you curious about like what's going on, what is this, you know? The way it speaks is ominous, but it's vague and it's mysterious because like it just speaks in riddles, right? And yeah, in my opinion, right, when they made the witness, they basically just made a blank cardboard character, and we're like, we want this to be vague, ominous, and mysterious. So every single aspect of it, they made it meet that checkbox, you know, like, and whatever, and it just was too much. And regardless of if, you know, the information we've gotten later on was always the case or not, I think that the character, I don't think the character was developed the way it needed to be, and I think that's fair to say, regardless of if you like it or not. I think the fact that we are literally just getting a dump of emotions and information from the witness in the same expansion where we're going to kill it, I don't think that's the way it should have been. And I think Lightfall was the answer to that. And I'll keep saying that. Like, I know that I'm a bit more on the, maybe skeptical slash critical side of things than a lot of content creators out there when it comes to the story and Bungie and Destiny and all that. But, like, I think anybody can agree that we should have had more witness from Lightfall. I think there was no reason why we couldn't have gotten that. But
Yeah.
oh, that was a waste. Bro predicted Super Black. I still don't have that.
Oh, I guess so.
That's funny. I just don't really care about it. I will get it though, but
It's a Venom reference, pretty much.
do you
I
think?
think, at least.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, did that one up the curse though? Dude, that's the third time, man. I've been.
Bungie's like, oh,
exploded.
we're part of Sony. We might as well. One thing I kind of noticed about the Witness's design, by the way, this is more of a. I don't think this is not confirmed to my knowledge, at least. This is just a little theory I have. I think that it might be in some ways, maybe like it's meant to be some sort of weird, like almost like ethereal sort of twist on like your traditional like gray alien or something.
Right. Yeah. I get you.
That's kind of the vibe
Yeah.
I got from it ever since they revealed it.
Put your enemies down
Yep,
before
I
they
agree.
do the same to you.
Do you think we'll ever get a sorry? Do you think we'll ever get a throne world of our own? I would like it, but I personally don't think it's gonna happen. Gardener Simp's coming soon. Yeah, the issue is you can't imagine the witness getting angry. Like, yeah, it wouldn't fit. As an artist, I see the puppy eyes as something very smartly designed. Gives almost an innocent look. Good looking. Massive contrast to the Eldritch armor and cloak. So I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. I still think the face as a whole should have been different. Yeah, let me and I'm waffling this, but let me posit this or whatever the term is to you, and you can tell me if you think that this is valid or not. So I think that you are right about the contrast, but I don't think that. You see, you're an artist, so you look at the smaller details. Most people probably don't. I think if there's going to be a contrast made, you would have a higher chance of succeeding and people making that connection if the contrast was within different parts of the face rather than the face and the body, personally. So I think if they had shown more of the face, and the eyes were like that, but the face was, you know, kind of messed up or whatever, people would make that connection about the contrast a lot better. So I still think that they should have changed the design, but I do know what you're saying, and I do believe that you are correct in, well, I don't know if, I do believe that there's a good chance that was their intention, but I don't I don't believe and I don't think they succeeded in pulling it off. I don't think they got it. I know that I'm throwing here.
I feel like I feel like it's relatively agreed upon. Most people like talk to who I'm like, oh, what do you think about the Witness's design? Everyone I've talked to is like, it's kind of dumb.
I don't know. It's mixed, man.
I mean, I think there's parts of it I like. Like I said, like the gray alien inspiration, I think is really creative if that's what they were going for.
I think it's become a lot more popular in recent times to hate on the Witness, and that's saying as somebody who hates on the Witness, right? But I do think that when the character first came out, it was a bit more. I actually think more people. I think when the Witness was first revealed, I might actually keep that. I think more people liked the Witness than didn't when it first came out, just because it was something that was new and that subverted expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense.
I think at the same time, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I think the reason they made it look like that was because they do that, and then there's yes. I think that they wanted to show the human connection without giving it away.
That makes sense. Because it's like it looks human, but it's like
yeah.
off.
What really did it for me was I remember people like, oh, dude, it's an alien. Look at that, it's an alien. Oh, yeah. I went to the concept art. If you look at the concept art for the Witness, the heads are literally just people. Like, they are literally people. So they 100% designed it with that in mind, and I think that they just didn't want to give it away.
Yeah, honestly, you know what I think? You know what I think the explanation will be if they end up going through with that?
What?
Like, as to why I think it's going to end up being something like dark side corruption, like how the dark side makes you, like in Star Wars, how the dark side makes you, like it deforms you, like the stronger your connection is to it. I think that the Witness has had such a strong connection to the darkness for so long that the darkness has started like to deform it, and that's why it looks the way it does.
I'm gonna disagree with that, mainly because the cutscene shows us that the Witness looked like that as soon as it was made.
Good point. I'm not cooking today.
Dude, it's past your bedtime. You're fine. You get a pass.
Okay, fair enough.
You get a pass. All good. The head smoke thing he has is baller. Yeah, I mean, I joke about him being a walking fire extinguisher, but it's probably, like, not the thing that I don't like. Like, I'm... That's 2 Tormentor rounds. Something else, isn't it? Dude, I hope we get that one where they spam them. That'd be so great.
Yes, it's my favorite.
No, I'm not against the smoke, necessarily.
I think the smoke is the most interesting thing about the Witness's design.
I've noticed a track record where every time we do this, we fail. And I think it's because, like, I'm talking and I'm not. So we're not gonna lose to the Tormentor? Bro, somebody on the forum said that you could shoot that. They lied. How dare they? The internet lied to me.
Oi, 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 oi! Die!
He's so tanky. Beefy boy.
Oh, we got him.
We got him. As a Witness design lover myself, I always knew the specific. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. That was the best looking character design. Really, fair enough, dude. As main selling point, score something you should have. As the main selling point. Oh, hey, Sapphire. Second, I focus on the time. Yeah, you need to find a trade-off. That's something that even I have to try and figure out. I mean, I've been asking about it, and I think I am fine, but I'll get the occasional content, and the person will like say something like that, and I'll be like, it'll really catch me off guard, and I'm like, you interpreted it like that? Like that wasn't my intention at all, and I'll feel bad. And like honestly, there's a few times where somebody will be like, oh, like why are you like this or why are you like that, and I will actually reply to the comment, and I'll just say, dude, like I wasn't trying to do that, man. I'm sorry you took it that way though. Like I wasn't trying to, whatever. So you do need to kind of, yeah, but at the same time, this is what you need to remember, especially the bigger your channel gets, the more people that watch your videos. If you have 100 people that interpret you as just a well-intentioned, you know, well-meaning individual, you're gonna have one person who takes it the complete opposite. And the bigger you get, the more that 1% is gonna be. You just need to recognize it as the 1%. And you can't, as much as you should value, I guess, your image in the sense of you know, that you are being genuine to yourself and all that. You can't control what everybody who watches you thinks about you, and you shouldn't try to do that. And if you become obsessed with that, it's not going to be healthy. I know I'm kind of going off the deep end with this, but it's like, just if you do end up kind of continuing down that path, you know, you're talking in the chat about how these are things that you're thinking about and whatever. And I think you should be aware of it. And I do think that if it's something you continue to, especially if you hear it from people, you should ask others for advice. You know, like people who you trust. You know, you should have people that, you know, you trust their opinion, and you know that they'll be straight with you. And you say, listen, you know, like, do you think that this is? And if they say no, you're good, then okay, you're fine. But anyway, no, I wouldn't stress about it too much. Do you think that instead of using the witness to retcon the winnower, I just lost the thing again. I literally, dude, I alt tab to read the chat, and then as soon as I alt tab, I lose it again. This is amazing. Ooh. It's my perfect day. Also, Ken-san, can you please not take a bath while we're trying to bank the thing? I know you're stinking up a storm here, buddy, but like let me find it. I can't find it. I'm sorry, dude. I can't find your message. It is. I made an attempt. Manifesting the campaign, revealing the winner. So here's the thing, right? I will say this, and if I can squeeze it in, because I have so much crap that I have to try and work on, which I'm not complaining about. I think it's great, busy, but I would like to have a predictions video. Not saying like this is what's gonna happen, but what I would like to see happen and what I feel is kind of the reasonable and likely thing. I don't necessarily. I'm not expecting the winnower to be revealed. In the sense that you guys are thinking, maybe. Like, I'm not expecting some dude with a sick-looking sword to show up and be like, it's winnowing time. I'm not expecting
It's
that,
winnowing time.
you know? Like, I'm not expecting that at all. I don't think it would make sense. If I had to choose, I wouldn't have it happen. What I think will happen is if the winner is revealed, it's going to be by proxy. It's going to be by association. I think the best thing that you'll have happen is you'll have a name drop, maybe. But I think what I'm banking more on is that the gardener will be confirmed, and then that'll just do it. Like, it doesn't matter if we see the winnower or not. If the gardener is confirmed, then that's it. GG. Okay? And that's really what it comes down to. Don't be thinking about the winnower. The winnower is not the target. The gardener is the target. And if the gardener is literally, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I think even if they make the gardener just the big white ball, that still doesn't necessarily disprove unveiling, because you can just make the argument then that and I'm not even trying to like push the goalposts or anything like that, but you can make the argument that, well, if they went from the OG garden into the universe, the witness manifested as the veil, and then the gardener manifested as the traveler. Now, I don't like that, and I don't agree with it, but you can still make that argument. So it's very difficult to promptly or properly disprove unveiling and the gardener. So that's the focus, the gardener. That's the focus. And as soon, literally as soon as the gardener is confirmed, you have your answer about the Winnower. So I'm not looking for a Winnower reveal. I don't know if I even want a Winnower reveal because I want it to be done justice. Yeah. But honestly, if you've seen the Final Shape soundtrack titles, it kind of gives an implication of itself of what I'm talking about. It kind of do be like that. There's this Grimoire picture of Callus getting dwarfed by the witness. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I think the witness can 100% change its size and its form. And, I mean, we know it can because it can appear as doppelgangers and project itself as different whatevers. As long as you don't go over the top, I don't see why it would be seen as arrogant. People like to judge without... Yeah, and the thing is, like, I genuinely... I've genuinely... And I'm not trying to, like... You know, I'm not trying to make this a conversation about me, but I just want everybody to know, like, if there's ever a moment where you think that's the case, I'm genuinely trying not to. Like, it's not like, oh, I have to stop. I have to hold myself back because it's so easy to do. But I'm just saying, like, I'm always kind of... I always make sure that... Whatever. I think what I will say, though, if I ever sound like... I think what people may misinterpret that as is from me being... Sometimes I'll talk and I'll have an edge to my tone, and it especially contrasts my kind of goofy side. The reason why I'll be like that is you need to understand, especially early on in my... Like, listen, you guys, maybe if you're coming from the Vive video and, you know, that my channel is kind of blowing up now, which is nuts. You know, the bigger I get, the kind of more, I guess, maybe...
Nice.
Authority I'm portrayed as having? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying I have that, but it's like people like, oh, this guy has, like, a big following. He knows what he's talking about. Because that's how people look at Bife, right? Or Vase or Mylan or whatever. But back when I was a dude with, like, not even 1,000 subscribers, right? I was just some absolute bingus. You know, I would share my theories and people would absolutely dunk on me, dude. Absolutely dunk on me. And so, because of that, sometimes when I will talk about a certain topic, I am already imagining those people going in on me. So I have to, like, make sure that it's as, like, airtight and, like, the argument is as perfect as possible. And, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I had a few comments like that about, oh, me being whatever on the unveiling video. I just want people to know, for the record, like, a day or two after I made that video, on Reddit, on the Destiny lore Reddit, or one of them, people literally were dunking on me. And they were going in on me, right? So, like, sometimes when I make these videos, I'm imagining that that's what's going to happen, and so I'm preparing for it, and so I go into, like, debate mode. And oftentimes that will happen in other places. So, I guess, you know, I'm not trying to be whatever, but it's just kind of like a... I don't know, me preparing for a confrontational viewer, I suppose. It's a weird way of saying it, but I think especially with when I made my Witness is the Winnower video, when I made my Witness isn't the Winnower video, I was like deadpan serious, and I made a comment under my pinned comment was explaining why I had to do it. And I was like, listen, okay, there are so many people who are saying that... Did we not kill the boss? We did. Oh, that was...
Yeah,
50.
we got it.
That was 50. Wow.
I
Pretty
got
good.
a shiny falling guillotine. Not that bad, actually. I'll
Good.
keep it. I'll keep it.
Am I good to go to the helm?
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, people have been saying that, you know, oh, the Witness is the Winnower. Unveiling was made up by the Witness's racist propaganda. In my opinion, regardless of if the Gardener and Winnower are real, regardless of any of that, I think the Final Shape Collector's Edition lore confirmed that that wasn't the case, blatantly. And so I'm like, okay, listen, I don't care if you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I have to say it. And so I'm like, okay, it has to be done. But no, that's like the only thing. If I'm ever kind of more serious than usual, it's kind of it's not me being, I guess, aggressive. It's me being more defensive is the better word for it. But anyway, and I just want to say, fun fact. Okay, I checked Reddit after Bife's video, and it's like it never happened. People are like, oh, I always agreed with him. He's great. I love the guy. And
Well.
I'm like, well. The duality
Oh
of man.
man. Ay.
Anyway, good night, John. I hope you have a great sleep, man. I really want to see you and Bife on a podcast. I would love. I want a roundtable of some kind. Just because I think that, honestly, the main reason why is because I know you guys want that. I know myself, as somebody who's into the lore, I would want to watch the lore creators share their ideas and discuss things. I know I would want that, and I do want that. So yeah, I would love to see that happen. That's like I can ask, and I can whatever, but it's not really up to me. I'm not, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna with my Engram here. Truly the duality of man, yeah. How did I get that ship? I gave Bungie €100. That's what I did.
I found mine.
Actually, no, I can't say that. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh. I found it somewhere. I found it in like
It
a
came to me in a dream.
trash can. It came to me in a dream. And then I bought my skimmer with real world money that I worked a wagey job to pay for.
I refuse to do that, dude. I can't. I didn't even
would.
get
The thing
skimmer.
is, normally I would like. It really
Can we go to the
depends on
hall?
the thing. Yeah. The thing is, like, because there already was the other one, so I would have gotten that. But the thing is, it's a Galahorn skimmer,
I know.
and I already used the Galahorn Sparrow from Grasp of Avarice mainly, and so I was like, oh, I'll get that. You know what? I like it. I like it. Money well spent. Money well spent. I might be part of the problem.
You might be part of the problem. You are part of the silent majority.
Who just buys every? Yeah,
It's true though. It is true.
that's all.
How soon do you think you'll have a story impression up after you finish the campaign? I'm trying to make an informed purchase. Logan, I 100% empathize with you. I am going to tell. I'm going to be transparent with you, and I'm going to tell you what my plan is. I am going to be streaming the final shape, and my plan is, if the campaign is good, I'm just going to stream for as long as I can and just have a blast, right? Especially because I would like to do the raid day one. I don't even know if it's going to happen, but I would like to. So if I love it and the campaign's great, I'm going to be hyped. And you need to understand, right? I am going to bed at 9 o'clock and I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I've been doing this for like the last week and a half. I'm going to break my sleep schedule for the final shape, okay? I'm doing this. I am committing to the final shape, right? I'm going to be tired, but I'm going to push through it. So in terms of like a story, whatever, this is what I'm going to do, okay, Logan? When I finish the story, in the stream, I will give my thoughts on it. So if there's not like an edited video or whatever, you can find the VOD or the saved stream. You can just skip to when I've finished it, and I will give my thoughts on it, and then hopefully you can skip the spoilers and stuff like that, and I'll get it there. If I have, depending on how much time I have, and depending on if I'm absolutely depressed out of my mind or not, I will do my best. I do want to make like like the best moments of the campaign or whatever, like my reactions and funny moments and stuff like that. And I'm gonna edit that and condense that down into a video of its own. By the way, thank you for all the heart spam, guys. I really appreciate that. That's really kind of you. And I'll try and have that for you as well. The only thing is that I cannot guarantee you a time frame. It's gonna be a crazy time, and I don't have any editors or anything like that. So like I'm writing the scripts, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing all of it. So I'm kind of just doing the best that I can with it. But that's my plan, and those are my intentions. That's all I can give you are my intentions. I don't know. Maybe I'll make I'll just make a post on Twitter about it, like say, hey, yeah, it was okay. Yeah. Can I join your fire team for final shape? I don't know what the situation is with that currently. I don't know quite yet. So I'm not going to give an answer on that just yet. But if the time comes when that is a possibility, I will let you know. The reason why I'm being kind of vague about it is because I have been thinking about like what I'm going to do for the story, and there's a lot of like factors, like especially if because like for example, Witch Queen, I was in a fire team and I had somebody who literally on it like with no warning left for like 40 minutes if not longer right before we beat Savathun, because they got a phone call and they that was more important than like, yeah. So you know, there's a lot of factors that go into that, and so like obviously I want to just get through the thing as quickly as possible and all that. So I don't know, I haven't decided, right? And that's me being transparent with you, man. I'm just do I think anyone important will die in the final shape? I am hoping Zavala. And when I say hope, it's just because again I want them to do justice for Lance, and I think that's the right thing to do. Be playing the campaign with my sis, so I won't be able to watch the stream. That's perfectly fine, dude. Yeah, of course. Also, I think the veiled figure that we see in the pyramid ships and see with Zavala in the trailer may have to do with the voice of the traveler. We'll see, yeah? Aiming to be the light of hope, just saying they could be linked. Maybe, maybe. My bad, I meant good guys like a core arcade. Yeah. I would like to be a personal friend of yours. That's one of those things where
Welcome, Guardian. We're just settling in.
it kind of like these things, man. These things don't quite happen like that. Like I can't just say like, yes, you are now my personal best friend. And anybody that I have become friends with through the channel, it hasn't been just like a, you know, these things have just kind of organically ended up that way. So listen, as somebody who like, you know, is here in the stream, you're part of this community, and I really value you, and I really appreciate you giving me your time and all that. And you know, I do my best whenever I make a video or a stream to try and do as right by all of you guys as I can. But in terms of like being like personal friends, you know, I'm in no position to say that from multiple perspectives, right? Multiple aspects. So, you know, I don't think I can say that. You know? I started solo. I'm probably gonna end solo. Yep, that's fair. Hope we lose in the final. I mean,
No.
we lost pretty hard in
I
Lightfall.
always win.
Multiple ways. I would consider your time as well.
Come here real quick. Come here real quick. Look at my name. Look at my name.
Yeah.
I'm the main character. I never lose.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
Main character, adept. I'm thinking of streaming on Twitch. Yeah, you should, dude. I'm a recent big fan. Started watching almost all of your videos. He's binging it. By the way, guys, when I make this, I might make some adjustments to the script, but as I said at the start of the stream, I have a video all about the veiled figures, and I go super deep into it. And if the current script is staying the way it is, dude, I'm going so deep into it. If you like that kind of thing, you are going to want to watch the videos I mention. Because if I am correct with my observations, Bungie is revealing the rabbit hole. And this is a rabbit hole that I have been making a lot of videos about. So I would really recommend that you watch those. Did I make a video about it? It's on the way. So I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I made a video. It's already done. And it's my first time watching the trailer, and it's my initial thoughts going into it. But I felt kind of bad because, you know, there were a few times where I was like, you know, I have some thoughts, but I want to wait until I've thought about it more before sharing, right? And I felt like I was kind of baiting you guys, kind of leading you on, and I didn't really like, you know, making a video and then making you wait a few days and then. So I'm making this video where I'm specifically focusing on the veiled figures, because let's be honest, that's what we all care about, right? And going as deep as I can into it, and it's going to be a proper video, and I'm going to release the two at the same time. So that's coming out, and my goal is for that to be today, because I was working on both of them and the Bife thing that I just released last night. So like I'm trying to juggle. But anyway, that's the plan. Another detail I just noticed, we've only seen the witness in CGI cutscenes, but ever in game. Apparently they released the in-game model or the thing for it, but yeah. Eye of the Storm different. Yeah, is that good? I don't know. Oh no, actually that isn't the thing. Are we majestic? We are majestic. And all of you are majestic too. Do you reckon Zavala, assuming he becomes evil, could be the... No, I don't think so. No. Also, I think the soundtrack would have implied it. Spoilers. We lost in Lightfall? Yeah, we did. But for sure, as players and consumers, yeah.
Ways.
I mean, was it the Guardian or whatever? The Guardian said we lost, so therefore we lost. In Lightfall, it didn't feel like a loss. It just felt like a disappointment.
Because nothing happened.
Yeah, I haven't streamed it in a minute. It did nothing. No. Think about it. We lose more witness expansion. Yeah, but the thing is, Bungie is marketing this as the end, so I think people would be very annoyed by that. Am I the only one who thinks it's weird to ask to be a friend of someone on their stream? It's like going to a concert and screaming to the singer, "Be my friend, please." It's, you know, listen, I get it, right? It's a whole thing. I understand it. And yeah, but my advice is, like, I'm not one of those people where it's like, listen, I am the streamer. You are the viewer. I have my place, and you have your place. And you stay where you are, and I will stay where I am. And this is a professional, transactional relationship. I'm not like that. Listen, I'm just a dude being a guy, right? I'm just a chill. I'm just, you know, we're hanging out. We're talking. It's whatever. But, like, listen, you don't know who I am. You don't know my life. I don't know who you are. I don't know your life, right? Beyond us having a shared interest in this game, we have no other, like, shared interest or anything like that. Like, it's you know, when you're talking about being a friend in real life, there's a lot more than that. And I think when you say, or anybody says, you know, can I be like your personal friend to a content creator, you're not just asking for them to be your friend, you're also asking for access into their life that they aren't showing. And you don't have the right to that stuff, I guess is what I'm saying. And so, you know, if you ask somebody that and they say yes, then that's great, but I think most of the time the answer is going to be no. And it's not that they don't like you or anything like that, but again, it's like, imagine, you know, imagine you're at a concert, right? You're singing, you're the main attraction, everybody loves you, and this one person comes up to you and they're like, "Yeah, dude, can I be your personal friend?" And it's gonna feel a bit awkward, because it's not just like, "Oh, well, I'm famous and you're not," right? Or, by the way, I don't think I'm famous, but it's like, dude, you don't know me. Like, I sing a song, and that's you don't know my family, you don't know what I do in my spare time. You don't know, like, it's a whole thing. Did you see why online? Oh yeah. I get you. I still need to see that, I think. The one thing... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got dip. Good night. Good night, Neo. Hope you have a great night, man. I totally understandable. Totally understandable. Dude, if you can drop in-depth rabbit hole level videos, I'd be freaking excited. Bife delivers great videos of war, but I want some crazy stuff. Yeah, and there's nobody who really, not this is nobody, but I find that that's kind of what I excel in, you know, going down the rabbit hole. And the thing I want to just stress is that, like, listen, I am not a conspiracy theory channel, okay? Everything that I talk about is based off of things in the world and the game, okay? The reason why I think a lot of my content covers things that you never see anywhere else is because a big portion of my stuff is sourced from environmental storytelling, not just what's in a cutscene or in the lore. So like I'm taking things from concept art. I am analyzing the inspirations behind objects that they put in levels. You know, like I'm going really deep into that stuff, and that will provide different information than you other. And especially with the pyramids. The pyramids, it's 90% environmental storytelling because it's designed that way because it's a mystery, right? So yeah, like I don't do like crackhead theories, okay? Like I do theories, but they are based in, you know, whatever. And but yeah, no, I go really deep into things and we speculate, and it's good. I like Lightfall on everything besides the Cloud Strider writing. That's fair enough, dude. Yeah. Did you see why Colin? Oh no, yeah, sorry that. Yeah. The one thing that tilts my ears on why it may not be the end of the witness is they never said anything near beat him. They just kept saying you will face. I think they said defeat. Didn't they say defeat Ultra?
They may have. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. In my mind, it's a T for teen game, so they're not gonna say like after you kill the witness, after you blow its brains out with a rocket launcher. They're gonna say defeat because that's the T for teen friendly word
Yeah,
for
maybe,
it.
yeah.
I don't know though, because that's usually what it is they just say like defeat or destroy. Most of the time, they don't say kill.
Yeah.
Typically.
Are you good to do one more of those, by the way?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think I am. I'm not gonna make it too long because I noticed that if I basically like the longer in the day it gets, the less productive I get. So I want to make sure that I have enough
fair
energy
enough.
to get this video done that I'm mentioning.
I get what you mean.
Hey boss, quick question. Sorry, you have already answered this, but what is another narrative thread you want to see besides Light and Dark Story? You know, I've been thinking about that, man, and like, here's the problem, and you can disagree with this, and that's fine. For me, the Light and Darkness story is Destiny. That is the core story.
Yeah.
When this finishes and we go off into the second saga, in my opinion, that is a brand new game. That's a brand new world. The writers now have pretty much creative freedom to do whatever they want. And I don't know, dude. Like, I, for example, would love to see more 9 stuff, but I'm kind of, no, I'm not that I'm salty, but the thing is, like, they were intentionally being built up with D2, and then it just fell off a cliff. So now I feel like if we get like an episode on them, it's just them going, oh, what else do we have that we can flesh out? Oh, well, we kind of ditched the 9, so let's bring them back up, and we can do now we have time for them, you know, that kind of a feeling. So I don't know. I think if I had it my way, outside of, and if Felix is here, he's gonna go yes. Outside of the Light and Darkness saga, for me, a big thread that I want to go into is the factions and the Concordat. That's my big one. I want the Concordat to return with a vengeance, and I want the factions to stand behind them. I think a reckoning is due, and I think personally I really don't like the way the city's been run, and I think the factions were fully right in leaving, and I think that if I had it my way, I would have at the very least, the threat of civil war. I think that management needs to be changed. That's my opinion anyway.
Mm.
And I just lost the chat again.
Oh, no.
Just a dude being a guy. Yep, that's me. I think it's guaranteed somebody's gonna die. Yep. What's your favorite character from the whole story of Destiny? For me, I would say I think the Winnower is probably the best written character, but for me, my favorite written character. Outside of that, I like Saladin a lot, dude. I really like.
Yeah.
I like how hardcore he is. He doesn't give a crap, and he was like, "I will choose violence." Like, I'm not even like all this like, "Oh, we can negotiate and we can be friends," and he's like, "I will mess you up." Let me try and do it. I'm losing my voice because I'm talking to him. I will mess you up, Guardian, or I will mess you up, Kyle.
Guardian.
You know, like he's great. I love Saladin. I think honestly another favorite character would have to be Oryx, dude. I love Oryx so much. I think he's so cool. I know some of you who like know the channel may be surprised that I'm not saying Nezarec. And the reason why I'm not saying Nezarec is because I think what I love the most about Nezarec, it was, and when I say in the past tense, it's because I personally, I have sequel trilogied Nezarec. 2023, Nezarec doesn't exist post Lightfall to me. I'm rejecting all of it. I just don't accept it. But what I loved about Nezarec, it was more so the implication of what Nezarec represented. It's like in Ahsoka, where you had Balin Skull, and he's like, she's like, and his Padawan or his apprentice is like, "Do you miss the Jedi Order?" And he's like, "I missed the idea of it." That's kind of what I'm like with Nezarec, because we never properly got the character right, so I can't say, "Oh, he was my favorite character," you know. So I would say Oryx is up there, Saladin is up there. Honestly, Lisbon 13 is up there too. Lisbon is a beast, and I would love to see him in game. I actually really like Lisbon. I do like Osiris as well, but I feel like they've kind of wimped him out recently.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Osiris is my favorite character, and the way they wrote him in Lightfall, like,
Yeah.
actually just makes me angry when I think about it.
Yeah.
Like, genuine, like, anger.
Like, I get it, he's been through a lot, but I absolutely loved him in Curse of Osiris in his prime. And, dude, one of my favorite moments in any trailer or cinematic ever is in the trailer for Curse of Osiris, when he enters the Vault of Glass and he walks down those stairs like just a boss. You know what I'm on about?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the
Like
way
he owns the place.
just it's so cool, dude. Just the swagger of it. I love it. And then Segura as well. Yeah, it's great. Toland I like as well. I don't think Toland's like a favorite character, but he's up there because I think he's really interesting.
I like Toland for the role he plays.
Yeah.
I guess played in the story.
Also,
He's-
I'm not gonna go too deep into it now, but in my video where I interview Marzier, it's actually revealed Toland as a character had a secret purpose, like Bungie-wise. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. He actually has a secret purpose. But yeah, I know Toland is up there. No, continue. I'm sorry, I did interrupt you.
And other than I mean, Saint as well. I think both of them are cool. like you said, I think Lord Saladin, and I think the Iron Lords generally are really just awesome. They're
Yeah.
a really cool concept where they're like, oh, it's like a sci-fi world, but they're like knights almost.
Exactly. Yep.
That's super rad.
I did like Saint as well. But I found that they've been making him more and more goofy as time has gone on. Like, my favorite bit of Saint lore ever, is him repeatedly killing Savathun over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's
Just
cool.
doing it for him. That was, listen, I've been not as impressed with a lot of the writing, I would say, post Shadowkeep. I don't know who wrote that Saladin lore, or not Saladin, sorry, Saint lore, but that is some of the most metal and brilliant lore I've ever read, and I love it. I love it so much. It
Yeah.
Yes, because in Saint there's like that monster inside of him, you know, and I feel like they constantly are portraying the goofy, kind-hearted, you know, well-meaning dude, but that animal, that dog is in him, you know, and I love that in that lore with Savathun, he just unleashes on her.
The way I kind of look at him is like I don't mind the goofy parts of him. Because the way I look at it is he's almost like that sort of he's like that dad who's a veteran where he's like goofy and whimsical like around his kids and stuff. He's like acts like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But if you mess with him, ooh, like he will rip your throat out. He has done that in Nom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's the vibe I get from him. And I think he's like I get what they're doing with him. I can understand why people don't like the goofy stuff. I think in the right environment, it's okay.
I'm fine with it. And again, that's the thing. It's the right environment. Like when there's like a serious conversation happening, and sometimes he makes a joke, I'm kind of like, I wish you didn't. Excuse me.
Yeah, like I think the best example, I think Nimbus. I genuinely think Nimbus would be a lot less hated if a story like that came out at the appropriate time.
Exactly.
I think that the Infinity War moment was the wrong time to bring in a character who acts that goofy. Like, it would be okay to make him make a couple quips, but he's like serious throughout the thing. But when he's like, "Oh, our city's getting destroyed, but whatever, it'll be fun."
Do you know what
like,
Lightfall was like? It was like Infinity War, but they made it Love and Thunder.
Yes, that's a great way of putting it.
You know,
where it's like
people would be so mad, dude. Who was a new character apart from Thanos? Like, who was a new
Gore?
No. I'm talking about
Not
Infinity
Gore,
War.
not
Infinity
Gore.
War.
The guy with the sword. I always forget his name. Gore's the rock guy.
No, I'm talking about Infinity War.
Oh, Infinity War. My bad.
What's a new hero that they introduced in Infinity War? I don't know if there was any, but
there might not have been. No, I think it was just mainly like Thanos' dudes that got introduced.
yeah, true. Okay. I was gonna say imagine if there was a new hero character that they introduced for Infinity. I mean, they kind of brought in Spider-Man. And the thing is, Spider-Man was the jokey character, but well, it was his first mainstream. Oh no, it wasn't actually. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, never mind. It's imagine if they brought in a new hero and they were just super goofy the whole time. People would be more annoyed in Infinity War because they'd be like, dude, this is a serious movie. Stop it.
Yeah, I will say though is Spider-Man, he knows when to act serious. He'll make quips with Iron Man.
Well, he's written right.
Or when stuff's happening, he'll put his big boy pants on.
He's never once joked, and I'm like, bro. Can you imagine Thor slams the axe into Thanos at the end, and he's standing there, and he's like I said, you die for that. And then Spider-Man swings and he's like, hey, awesome job, dude. Fist bump. You know?
Yeah. Honestly, what Nimbus did is even worse.
It's so bad.
I mean, there's the whole thing where yes, her dad was a manipulative asshole, but at the
No.
same time, she's still looking at her dead dad.
And
Yeah.
it's clear to her that she is kind of grieving as well. It's not like just we are assuming that she is. It is she's clearly, you know.
I thought to myself, is that a miniature
Yeah.
sun? But no, it was you.
Dude, I
Waving
swear,
lights on your
Rampage and Killing Tally is intentionally made hard to get. Has to be, because I haven't seen a single one. For
I
Hammerhead.
got a Rampage Desperate Measures.
I get like I've gotten like 5 of those, dude.
It is a golden, it's a shiny, so that's nice.
The winner.
I definitely think there's certain roles, like if they know a role's gonna be really good, I wouldn't be surprised if they do like stifle the drop rate a bit. They would if you look in I'm pretty sure if you look in the database, they've been like shown to do that. I know at least when Spire of the Watcher, maybe they've changed it by now. I have no idea. I know at the very least when Spire of the Watcher first came out, the cowboy hats had the same drop rate as the exotic bow.
That's crazy. And I mean, it's fair if you look at Prophecy as well. Stuff with the armor dropping way more than the weapons.
Yeah. And that's just a pure business thing, I think. It's just
Yeah,
to
it
get
is.
like an increased playtime.
And there's a theory, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's real, but I don't know. Where people who come back to the game after like not playing for ages have like better RNG than if if you're constantly grinding. Because apparently apparently that's what they do in like gacha and mobile games to like incentivize you to like keep playing. It's like as a reward for like coming back. But like if you've been playing every single day, they are less incentivized to care because like they feel like you're addicted anyway and you're gonna keep playing no matter what your chances are.
Honestly, maybe I could definitely see something like that being the case because they've been shown to do stuff like that with
Yep.
like XP throttling
Yeah, that's what I
back
was
in
thinking.
vanilla D2.
I was thinking exactly that.
And I will say, and I've seen that, but the other day not the other day, it was like, it'd have to have been like a month ago or so at this point. Me and Hyper, and Fallen might have been there, I don't remember. We were all, we were playing with one of Hyper's friends who had, like, I think he had just gotten back into the game since, like, Forsaken? He hadn't played in a fat minute. We were doing raids, and he got 1K and Eyes of Tomorrow back to back.
Oh boy.
Which is nuts. Like, that's utterly bonkers.
Yeah, it is. So it's
I
a
didn't even-
theory,
I didn't even-
but I think
Yeah, I didn't even get Eyes until Pantheon, man.
that's crazy.
To be fair, though, that's because I don't really do Deep Stone that much, because I just don't care about most of the loot. It's just, meh.
The worst one for me was Mythoclast for sure.
Oh my god, yeah, actually.
I want to
I-
say that I nearly did 50 Atheons for that. I want to say I nearly did 50.
Yeah, I have 50. I know at least on my like account it counted 50, but it was more than that it took me to get Mythoclast because I did the Atheon glitch quite a few times where you could go into
Yeah.
one of the portals and kill him before he spawned in,
That's funny.
but it wouldn't. Yeah, oh, it took me like the whole season to get that. It was such a slog and it made me not happy. And that's the one time I'll play like I mostly play Hunter. Like that's just the character I'm attached to. If I'm trying to get an exotic, I will play my other characters though. That's like the one time you'll see
Yeah,
me
me
playing a
too.
Titan or a Warlock, is if I'm trying to get a raid exotic.
Oh, fair, okay.
I think other than that, I think the second worst one, I never really like went for Eyes, so it never bothered me too much. I didn't get it, especially because it's kind of not good outside of Gambit, really. And it took me like 12 clears to get conditional, which that really is like nothing. And it also took me a bit just because by the time Root came out, I had decided I was taking a break for a
Fair.
bit. You know, I had to, and I actually did some pretty productive stuff too. That's when I decided I'll just get a computer because I'm bored and I want to play Halo mods.
Nice.
So I got a PC. Also wrote stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a productive time. And then I got back in, then I came back and I was like, you know what? I'll see if Season of the Deep is good. And then I played the first mission and Zivu at Wrath started talking and I was like, okay, you got my attention.
we're so back.
I'll keep playing. That's kind of. I mean, I don't think that season was as lame as people say it is. I think
No.
there was some interesting things in it, especially the dungeon. Ghosts of the Deep is a really cool dungeon.
It's cool. It's just it's so awful.
I mean, it takes a long. It's a long dungeon because you gotta like sift through the ocean.
Yeah, I just hate the boss design,
Scariest
man.
thing ever.
The bosses are the worst part for me.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. A lot of the new dungeon bosses, they kind of design it to take a long time to get to the damage phase, I feel.
Oh yeah, especially the second one, Ogre in World's Ruin.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think like sometimes, like a lot of the time, like one of the pillars you need just won't spawn, so you have to go through like another phase of it being like cold, and you have to just stand next to the torches to get another one.
I have again been slacking on the chat. Winnower's going mainstream. I mean I think in terms of YouTube, yeah. And by the way, the people who are really against it, I think they're getting kind of agitated about it because I've been seeing like stuff in Discord servers with people going like, grr.
Ooh,
I understand.
Jarama.
I understand that finding like-minded deep thinkers is difficult, and being part of a community can be a powerful thing. But as you're saying right now, it breaks the barriers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have an inside joke with a friend where we keep imagining the Witness in funny daily life situations, totally on epic, like Witness poop. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm not.
That's
kind
of funny.
Image out of my head.
Does it even need to?
Getting mad at his car's engine not turning on.
He would just wave his hand and split it apart in blind rage, and then he'd kind of realize and he'd be like, oh, I have to buy a new car now. Shit.
Yep.
The stuff like that's funny. It's like, oh, that guy
yeah.
has to sit down and pay his taxes when he's not yapping about suffering and whatnot.
I love analyzing the music. It speaks the story for you. That's why I listen to them on repeat every minute, every day.
Yeah,
Well,
good point,
Reese-
actually.
Well, Reese, what if I told you that there is how do I say this? There's information potentially that I have been holding on to, and it potentially reveals a lot about what's going to happen in the final shape. And it's actually one of the reasons why the veiled figures make a lot of sense to me now. And let's just say that I don't feel comfortable making it public, but I'm holding on to it. And if it goes the way I think it's going to go, I'll talk about it then. But what I will say is that if you want to try and find things for yourself, just first trailer for Final Shape, just listen to the song. That's all I'm going to say. Just listen to the song. Anyway. They said stop. I don't know. Witness, whatever. They'll say poggers.
Ah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm really... If a character says, like, slay or something, I might uninstall. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I actually might get Gargalost, honestly.
And I could definitely see them making, like, Savathun or someone say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they made her say, like, honey in, like, a sarcastic manner, like you hear people do now. Like, to Eris, where she was like, you look better, honey, or whatever, and then she got cut open. Lol. Get wrecked. Loser.
Deep was a pretty good season. It just sucked that it was what we needed to learn the Witness's backstory. Yeah, and it felt like the Witness's story was, like, tacked on. It was a Hive season with the Witness tacked on. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not fully convinced that like that was even like the plan. Like the cutscene was planned for that, as much as like a reaction to Lightfall's reception. Like, oh crap, we need to explain the veil and we need to do, you know, all these different things. Discord is not a nice place to share theories. All the know-it-alls will shut you down, which is why you gotta join our Discord, Reese. Because I make sure and I have made sure that everyone is able to share their theories, and there's no, and like, you know, it's not like I'm saying like, you know, the server's some kind of like quote unquote safe place or whatever, but like, no, like people are able to disagree and be polite about it, and it's great. Hello, I just subscribed to you after watching Bye from your video. I never watch streams, but I thought I'd stop by to say hello and support. Dude, thank you, man. I'm gonna finish my sentence when I avoid
Death.
annihilation. Okay, we're good. No, I really appreciate you doing that, man. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And for however long that you're here, even if it's just to stop by and leave that message, I hope you have a good time, and I hope you enjoy videos in the future and potentially future streams.
Boy, oh boy.
They haven't really done any Gen Z appealing things. I think Lightfall was a Gen Z appealing thing, in my opinion. Sabathun is the type of woman to say slay, though. Yeah, she is. I wish more seasons. Yeah. No, I wish more seasons were as experimental as Season of the Deep was. People might like seasons more. I will say, what I actually really liked about Season of the Deep was the whole, you know, like when you would begin the activity and then you could like pick the buff. You could
Yeah,
choose.
that was neat.
I did like that.
That
I
was
wish,
neat.
and I nearly felt like they were experimenting with different aspects. Discord welcomes you. Yeah. Good morning, Radio. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope you slept well. We're just chilling. Dude, you know, so I am losing my voice. I can feel it. And I still have to do the voiceover for this video. Like, so people like that are in this stream, when they watch the video, if they do, they're going to be like, bro, I know why he sounds like he smoked 50 packs of cigarettes. It was me.
I would maybe like drink some warm tea with honey or something before you do that. That might be helpful a little bit.
Now I'm imagining the witness going, "Yas, Queen Slay." Okay,
I would probably. Do you know the? I'm trying to think of something. I know there's got. Do you know the? Do you know the video of the guy like? I'm sorry. I can't. I'm trying to think of a specific thing where someone like smashes their like whole desk and PC or something.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I can't.
I know the video. The guy is like smashing his fist on his table and his keyboard's like bouncing up.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I might do.
Remember Savathun and Osiris jazz hands? Hands, yeah, it was fine. Yeah. The only thing I can think of is Gen Z about Lightfall is the LGBT inclusion. I mean, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about like the language used.
Careful now.
Yeah, I'm talking about the language with like the not clouds. Nimbus is 100% the guy to go like, you're such a boomer, Osiris. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that kind of a thing.
And then we fist bump.
And the fist bump. The fist bump was very Gen Z. No, I don't see the LGBT stuff as any Gen thing, and that's a don't thing. Hey Jay, that'd be a red flag side of a country. Season of Deep was a test for marathon, maybe, dude. No, I'm not. I can't say it. No, never mind. Yeah, talking about Riz. Stop it, man. If you didn't know when that season came out, and the article came out too, confirming underwater levels for marathon. LGBT inclusion is good, by the way. I think it's just about how they do it. in my opinion, I think that I look at the story of the world and the history of the world. See, I look at the worlds as like a real place, not in a cringe way where it's like, oh my goodness, Osiris is a real person. Like, you know, like in gacha games where people who like wish on the characters or whatever, it's like, she's a real person, you know? Like, and it's like cringe. No, I don't mean like that. But what I mean is in the sense that like, you should treat the story as like part of a real world, so that the world feels real. Does that make any sense? I know I'm butchering that, but it's like you should try and keep the chain of
Immerse
events.
yourself.
You should keep the chain of events coherent, and like the timeline should actually fit in all those things, right? You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it just feels like a video game. Because the world feels like, oh, clearly somebody's just coming in and doing whatever. So I think with the character, and when you're talking about inclusion, I think the way you do it is you need to look at the character, and when you design the character, you don't design it around inclusion. You make the person, right? It's a person, right? Like gay people are people, right? They literally human beings. They have emotions. They have their interests. They have all these things that make them unique, because we're all unique, right? So I think the way you should, and I think in my opinion, one of the best ways I've ever seen inclusion done in Destiny is actually what's his name? My mind is blanking. The guy in the EDZ.
Oh, Devrim.
Devrim.
Yeah.
And like literally, when you look at Devrim, you don't think, oh, he's the guy that's you know, got a boyfriend or a partner. No, he's a human being who just so happens to do that, right? And I think that's the best way of doing it, right? Because his character is rich, his character is great, and at the same time, it's adding in inclusion, and it's perfectly fine. Yeah. And this isn't like, this has nothing to do with like ideology or politics. This is, listen, I am a storyteller. I care about characters. I want characters to be done right. And I think that if, and this is regardless, I'm actually somebody who is very strict about relationships, full stop. I don't care if it's straight, gay, bi, whatever. If you have any kind of a relationship, you don't do that at the cost of the character, right? And at the same time, in my opinion, I think if you have a character who has a representation or an inclusion aspect to it, I think when you don't develop the character beyond that, you are doing a disservice to the thing that you're trying to represent. Because I think that, you know, if gay people want to see gay characters, they deserve gay characters who are just as rich as the non-gay characters. And I think that's completely valid and completely fair. I'm sure there are many gay people out there who are like, yeah, dude, I don't want like the characters who I can relate with to just be like the quote-unquote gay character. I want characters who are actually people. Like, that's what I deserve as a player. So that's how I look at it, right? And I just got bonked. So that's my opinion on it. I think inclusion is fine, but I think that you need to do it in a way that makes the characters just as rich as everyone else. Because I think that is what's right for the characters, and I think that's what's right for the players. Which trailer did I talk about listening to the song earlier? The very first one. The one that they've also been playing in the streams, you know, the Onslaught streams. Is he gonna finish any of the sentences anytime soon? Lamau. Yeah, true, dude. Just... Yep. Well, just you do your thing, dude, and you'll figure it out. What is Marasov's type? I don't know.
Woman with a bow or something, if I remember correctly.
And this is me personally. I really don't give a crap about relationships. I don't really do shipping. I don't really do any of that. I don't care, right? I just don't care. I don't care if you gave me a bunch of characters and you were like, yeah, do you want to know what they're into? I'm like, I don't care, dude. I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me.
I actually think that Saint and Osiris are pretty well done. I think the relationship they have is cute at times, like most of the time. Other than that, I don't know. I ship
think
801 and myself. There you go.
True, based. True base. Yeah, no, I actually, one thing I really do appreciate about Saint and Osiris's relationship is that it isn't cringe. Like, for example, they're not overtly sexual at all, and I really appreciate that. Like, they don't make a big deal out of it being a romantic relationship. It's one of the few times that I've actually seen in relationships ever in media where the relationship is not formed off of attraction. It is formed off of, again, the relationship, the emotional connection between two characters. And that is something that you very rarely see, unfortunately, and it's something that triggers me, quite frankly. And, yeah, no, with Osiris and Saint, there's no, like, oh, hey, good looking, or any crap like that, right? You know that they have a history together, you know that they deeply care about each other, and when they speak to each other, that is what is being, drawn from. And so, in that sense, it works really well. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. Obviously, execution matters. Yes, it does. 100%. Execution is what always matters for me. Amen. A character should not just be a cardboard cutout. Yes. Yes. And that's not me, again, that's not me saying anything against those characters. That's me. I want better characters for the people who want that, I think you deserve a better character. The only relationship I really enjoy is Eris and Drifters. And the thing is, they don't have, and here's the thing, right? They don't have a romantic relationship right now. But if in the future they did, it would be something that would have been built up, and you can clearly see that happening. So I would be fine with it, right? So, yeah, no, all in all, I actually think that relationships in Destiny are done really well, regardless of what the, the sexual orientation is. I think they're done really well. And I think that is one of the things that the writers have consistently done really, really well. And the thing, and it honestly is, to a certain extent, impressive. Because, again, in media, relationships is something consistently done wrong, in my opinion. Because they primarily make them based off of physical attraction and not emotional connection. And in Destiny, it's pretty much always been emotional connection. And that is, to me, that shows a lot of ability on behalf of the writers.
Yeah, I agree. In most pieces of media, they add the romantic interest just because it's just kind of something you do. They don't really think about it. It's just kind of shoehorned in, where they're like, oh, let's add a romance part to just get more people interested in the movie or whatever. And it just doesn't really end up mattering that much.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of there. And it's like, oh, whatever.
Yep. Like, I hate it when you have, like, the hero character and then there's, like, the girl character. And even though they have no real synergy, it's like they are destined to kiss at the end of the movie. And, like, it just is like, oh, here we go,
It's just like, it's been done to death. It's lame.
Yeah.
You know what one of you guys should do? Or no, I can't even do that because they did that in the sequel trilogy. I was gonna make a joke saying make your main character kiss the bad guy, but they did do that.
They did do that.
And it wasn't even in like a way that was like good or well written.
Yeah, I did not at all ship Kylo and Rey. I did not. And Kylo was my favorite part about the whole sequel trilogy. But yeah. I mean, by including LGBT in, you're making it more immersive. If people don't exist, as long as they're not forced. That's what I'm. No. So Pandora, what I'm talking about. So you're right. You are absolutely right. But what I'm talking about is that priority, like development on the character, should be spread across all aspects of who they are, not just the one. Because I don't think that it's fair that you're adding in these characters with these aspects, but then that's all that they're good for, Because I don't think, first of all, I don't think that's a proper representation of gay people in real life, right? I think that's fair. Like, if I know if I was gay, which I'm not, that I wouldn't want to just be known as the gay guy, right? That's not fair. I am more than that. Everybody who is whatever is more than that. So you would obviously want the characters to be more than that too. You know, that they provide value in other ways. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's execution. But yeah. Saint and Osiris is forced. There's lore from the past. That's why I talked about the way it's been done recently. But I don't know, dude. It is what it is.
I mean,
I've kind of
it's
accepted
yeah.
it. I've accepted it.
It's kind of weird to acknowledge that they did like kind of change. Like to be blunt, they did kind of change it. Like they originally kind of had a bit more of like
Yeah.
I guess a brotherly.
The
but
only thing
I
I'm
think
gonna
that the
say
way
on
they
it
do it
is-
now, I think it's well written enough that it's not like an issue.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna be
Like,
honest
I
with
think
you,
that
I
they're fine.
kind of feel like it's getting into like dangerous territory nearly. So all I'm gonna say is that the only thing that I will say about the Saint and Osiris stuff is I think that I think they shouldn't call each other brother. I think that's the only thing I'll say.
Yeah.
I do find
Let's-
that weird.
that would
and I
kinda be
think
awkward.
regardless of if they were always a thing or not, I think that those lines should be taken out personally. Because a Saint will still say it if you go to him. And I don't know if I have never heard of any couple in real life calling each other brother or sister. So that's all I'll say. And again, I'm just gonna say I don't care, right? I don't care. That's the one thing that I will say about it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just like it's not a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to say this, right? I want everybody to listen to me really clearly because I feel like this is one of those topics where it's so easy to get taken out of context and all that. I'm just going to say this. I have nothing against inclusion in video games. I have nothing against it. What I am advocating for is that the inclusions, the characters that are included, that they are the highest quality characters possible because that is what the characters deserve and that is what the players who can relate to those characters deserve. You deserve, if you can relate to a character and you want to relate to a character based off of an aspect of their identity, you deserve that character to be the best they can be. That's what you deserve. That's what I'm advocating for, okay? I am in no way saying that there should not be inclusion. Okay, that's it. GG. So I'm getting that out there in case anybody gets any wrong ideas. Ugh.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do.
Okay.
I reckon. Let's change the topic. What else are
Yes,
people
morality.
saying?
Kiss the witness. Oh, you took the words out of my mouth.
Does it have a mouth?
I bet it does. I guarantee. I'm gonna be so surprised if we don't see its face by the end of this.
Honestly, you know what I kind of think would be cool? This is a little bit out there, but I think it would be really, really cool and scary if like it's like jaw unhinged and it had like
That'd be, or it's like
these like razor sharp teeth or
you know,
something.
Darth Malik.
Yeah.
Yeah, no jaw at all. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I'd like that. That'd be rad. That'd be
And
rad.
corpos changing their profile pictures as virtue signaling. I think there's a lot of hypocrisy from corporations, and I think that yeah, for sure. Basically, inclusion is right as long as it's not the defining. I listen. I just want listen. I am somebody with my own world and my own characters, and I deeply value characters, right? I really do, and I really want them to be done right, regardless of what the world is and what the situation is, and that extends to Destiny. So, yeah. And I also think that if you give people, like, just cardboard characters, I think that's very backhanded to them. And I think they deserve better. I think people deserve better characters.
Victory is a matter of will.
As a bisexual, I have a problem with inclusion. I mean, that's up to you, dude. What's sad is not being able to have these types of conversations without walking. I know, and that's I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I'm like, bro, please no, you know. But at the same time, I think, you know, we all recognize, you know, what I'm saying is very valid and very fair, and it's fine. But I do think we should probably just move on because it's I don't know. At the same time, I'm gonna
Yes.
be, this is
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
I don't like relationships in fiction. Full stop. I don't. I personally just don't. So I don't care about this. This isn't my kind of lore. I don't want to know the shipping. Okay. So, like, as much as Saint and Osiris are together, I don't look at them as a couple. I look at them as two separate characters. If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't like. I don't group their value. I like, okay, so what is Osiris doing? So what is Saint doing? You know, that's how I treat everybody. So, this is a great conversation to weed out certain groups. It was honestly like somebody had a question or something and I'm just responding to it. Listen, I am not trying to get into this whole. It's whatever. I wouldn't be shocked if there was a cutscene where a hand came out. That'd be funny. What you are is not what defines you. Who you are. Yes, exactly. Does Savathun oppose both the philosophy of the witness and the... That's a good question, Kyle. Dang. Yes. Savathun is 100% not with the witness, and as for the deep and the sword logic, let me think on that for a second. I think, I'll be honest with you, dude. I think regardless of... Here's the thing you need to understand about the sword logic, and this is why I love it so much. The sword logic is not actually like a fictional thing. Sword logic is really just natural selection. Okay? And I think regardless of if Savathun wants to live by an ideology, she is doing whatever she can to survive by any means necessary. That has always been her goal, right? And that is actually kind of following the sword logic. So, yeah.
In a lot of ways, you're kind of just following the sword logic by being alive, in a sense.
Hey, Felix, you're back. Yeah, I agree with you. Thoughts on Trevor and electric vacuum shipping? I'm gonna just not. I'm not doing it, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you think the veil
I don't
fig?
know,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to
You've
know.
opened up a really scary.
I
rabbit
don't
hole.
like it, dude. I don't like it either. Guys, we're moving on from this topic. I just don't like it. Do you think the veiled
man.
figure is the winnower? I don't. Personally, no. I don't.
Neither do I.
Kelgarath, the Taken King prophecy. That would be interesting. I have no interest, or I think I put Kelgarath in like trash tier, didn't I?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
just kind of.
I don't care.
He's literally. Who can we compare him to? He's like Scratch and Grounder from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. He's this doofus who loses every time. Like he's basically just like a. I'll say crony. You can't say goon. You can't call like henchmen goons anymore. And I'm not fond of that. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. Kelgarath, I don't have any personal connection to. Do you think the Black Garden? Sorry. Do you have to? Do you know about a pair of guys called Myths and Z's? No, I've never heard of them, dude. I'll have to check that out. It's truth, the narrowing of complexity into shape. Exactly, yes. If we have an armistice with Savathun and the Lucent Hive, why do we fight against them in the Pale Heart? Exactly, I have no idea why they're
I
in
think
there.
there's something going on.
Yeah, I know.
My two theories is that either there was some sort of ulterior motive that Savathun has with the Pale Heart, or there is a Lucent Hive civil war breaking out. And I think that is a civil war between Nokris and Savathun.
That'd be interesting.
I think it was Archival who told me that though, so that's kind of more his idea than mine.
I actually really
I do
wish
think-
that Archival and Marzier would make more lore videos because, like, you guys don't know how much they have, like helped me. Like, there was my level of understanding, and I was making videos, and then I began talking with them, and it just skyrocketed. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, no, I think there's no explanation that I can think of right now as to why they are in the Pale Heart, let alone fighting us. Well, I mean, I can kind of understand why they're fighting us, but yeah, I don't know, dude. It's interesting. I think Sabathine being a third party throughout the campaign is a pretty good idea. Well, she would need to be alive, first of all, right? Although I wouldn't be surprised if we see her fighting in the Pale Heart. Precursors of statues. I like the figure maybe the Winnower, just because overlay in the trailer only is suffering. Yeah. See, we'll see. It definitely is. It's definitely the gardener. Hopefully, it's not a gimmick by the witness. Yeah, that's one of the possibilities. Yeah. Please give me a shiny. No shiny. Hate my life. Good morning, King. Hey, Moon. How you doing, man? Hope you are having a great morning yourself. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Isn't Sabathoon's end goal to escape reality? Yeah, she wants to
Yes.
come here and...
It's
she-
real. People don't talk about it too much because it's super, super meta, and that tends to take some people out of the game, which I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to kind of look at it in a more, in a more cohesive way, that's kind of less like that. You could kind of see it as she's trying to just do something similar to what Durandal was trying to do in Marathon.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
like escape the death of the universe.
Low-key, the Lucent Hive as a faction fits Knocker so well. It actually does, yeah. The escaping the game is more than 9 or Hamkara, no. No,
Ahamkara.
Wait, really? I thought the Hamkara were...
Well, I don't know. It's Sabathun who wants to like go beyond. I think they call it the Anathema arc,
Right.
but the Ahamkara are aware of it, and like telling from some of the lore tabs from the Ahamkara armor,
Yeah, they
they
definitely
kind
know
of
about
want to
that.
sap players like
True. Okay, yeah, that...
wish
Okay.
power from it.
I can see them wanting to get wishes from real life more than them wanting to go into real life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then as for the 9, I think they just mainly want to get their get actual bodies, because they can't
Yeah, the
even
9 just wanna
comprehend
be
real
physical.
life, as that one line showed. Because there's that one part where the emissary kind of implied that we are outside of the game and we can leave at any time. And they're like,
Yup.
we don't understand. And then she's like, well, then it's impossible to explain. Oh well. In my opinion, the veiled figure is most probably the gardener, or being covered by a shroud of symbolism. Almost to her. Yeah, dude. A lot of people are now saying it's the gardener. I think it's crazy, dude. Like, people are just like, I want to just say this. I think people are like, and I touched on this in my Bife video, but I think people saw Bife's video, and then maybe they saw my video, and they saw the trailer, they see the veiled figure, and they're like, that's it, GG, it's go time, it's go time. Expectations maximized. And honestly, dude, I'm just gonna say it, go for it, dude, go for it. I know Bife
Go
was
for
like,
it.
don't have any expectations. If you want to get excited for the final shape, this is the end of the story. You have every right to have expectations, man. You have
Here's
every
my
right.
expectation.
What's your
If
expectation?
I go into the Pale Heart and I don't see a gopher, I'm gonna frown. Go on. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No,
for
you're
that.
good. You have the right to enjoy the final shape. You have the right to be disappointed by the final shape. You have the right to say what you think of the final shape. It's just the important thing is that you express yourself
Be nice about it.
in a politeful way and a respectful way. And what was I gonna say? Listen, if you really like, I think like people latching onto this veiled figure now and attributing the garden Winnower. Listen, I personally, that's what I've been pushing out as well. But It's like, I think people now, like, this shows people really want to see the Gardener and the Winnower, dude. People really want to see it happen, you know? And I don't
Yeah.
blame them.
I think it's just I guess to be kind of blunt, it's the only direction they can really take it that I at least think makes sense. I just can't, because it's like, oh, we got the Witness, and then we got the Traveler.
Yeah,
We
that's
gotta
it, yeah.
protect the Traveler, and it's like, where do we
Yeah.
go from there? Where do
Yeah.
we go from
And
there?
you know what's interesting is that they've now straight up referred to the Traveler or the Gardener as a god. So like, you know, what's the opposite for the darkness, right? Like it's, you have to, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's either them or the Zorpalods. We'll see.
what do you want from a D3? I personally hope we go to a completely new soul system. I made a video on that, Crushy. I made a video on that and why I am very confident after the final shape we will be going to a new system. Excuse me. Whether that is in D2 or D3. And there is lore that backs that up. So I recommend you check that out. It's interesting that they used the Billie Eilish song. That they used the Billie Eilish song for the trailer. Interesting,
Oh.
actually. I mean,
Speaking of that,
yeah.
God, I showed that trailer to my friend Jaden, who's popped up in this chat a couple times to support me, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna show this to you to check it out. I showed him it, and he knows I nerded out about the Gardener and Winnower shit because he's been friends with me since we were like dipshit babies shitting in diapers, and
Okay.
so he knows I ramble on like a psychomaniac about that Gardener Winnower stuff. I always have since Shadowkeep. I was always like, oh, fascinated with that. And then I show him that thing, and he sees the lady with the towel on her head, and he sees all that crazy stuff happen. And the one thing he gets out of it, his one observation is, they played a Billie Eilish song. That's all. That was his only response, and I was like, okay, dude.
That's funny. That's good.
It was pretty funny, though. It was pretty funny. So if you're watching this, Jaden, remember I know where your house is, and I can drive there at any time.
Okay, yeah, I was just saying, be careful.
Oh no, it's fine. He's my best friend in real life. Like,
No,
we live
I
in the
know,
same
but
town.
even if you're joking, just like, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Here,
No,
I think
no
that
one
my
mentioned
mind's. Yeah. Okay. I think that my mindset is, if you set up a certain expectation, no one's gonna
I
get.
know.
Like no one's gonna be surprised when you say
This-
something unhinged.
This ain't
I do-
a
I do-
Rumble
I
or
do-
Kickstream.
I do have my limits, obviously. I'm not gonna say anything like horrifically evil, but I will say like.
Yeah, no, but I'm just thinking
I-
about freaking YouTube's like, cause
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So what they
That's a
do
good
now, they
point.
made it when I monetize a video or a stream, I have to basically give them my word that there won't be like anything bad in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
If I get your channel striked, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I know. I was gonna make a joke, and I can't even do that. I'm going against my own words. I can't do that.
Oh,
You're good.
man.
You're good. You're good. You're good. A sacred eye that speaks in lies, upending futures in its path. The way before us to the skies to see its ancient wrath. Is that from the Osiris prophecies?
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah.
The only way I'm assuming that's talking about the Veil, at least in the modern context of Destiny. I think that's talking about the Veil. Oh, I forgot I had the spark.
Yeah. I'm just thinking.
I got focused on talking. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
I know. You're good. Yo, something you gotta see, Van. I'll DM. Yeah, do it, dude. You know, I know I'm becoming. Wait, sorry. I know I'm becoming an old head because I didn't recognize Billie Eilish. Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to Billie Eilish, so I don't know. I didn't know it was her either. I'm still
I just
convinced.
thought it was a cool song.
Yeah, fair. I'm still convinced the Traveler and the Veil are the Gardener's tools. I don't think the Veil is, personally. I don't think the Veil is.
You know, because the Veil, it's pretty obvious the Veil is tied to the darkness. And it's like, and from what we see, it's, I don't think that, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say because there is the line where like it says like the gardener flicks a flower with her trowel, and although I am the closer of flowers and that is my sole purpose, I was not upset about it or whatever. Something along those lines.
Right.
I don't, it's hard to say. It's really, really hard to say. I think for the most part, though, I'm kind of leaning into the idea that the only entities in the Destiny universe capable of using light and darkness at the same time are humans and awoken in
Well,
exos by proximity.
human guardians, I'd say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And yeah. A question I've always. Oh yeah. By the way, Reese, your quote about from the song is actually 100% makes sense. A question I've always had was why did Oryx come to Seoul to avenge Crota? According to his own logic, Crota deserves to. Yeah, that was Oryx's, I think, flaw, dude. And I think
That
yeah.
That's actually a really interesting topic to bring up. One thing about Oryx, he's always, even like when undergoing the metamorphosis and becoming like the king of the Hive or whatever, he's always kind of held a hint of compassion. You see that in the Books of Sorrow, because if I remember correctly, he initially tries to like make a peace treaty with the Ammonites.
Yeah.
And Savathun, the worm gods are like, we don't like that, go kill him. And then she does, and then they're like, you can't do that, Oryx, you gotta be cooler. And he's like, fine. And so he doesn't take pleasure, I don't think he takes pleasure from, like, killing, or like upholding the sword logic like a lot of other things do, like the Witness or like Nezarek. He does it because he sees it as a necessary thing, and I think that is why in the Books of Sorrow the Winnower takes such a specific interest in him, because he upholds like the principles, but he has a heart.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of why, and I think that's why the Witness showed interest in Savathun and Xivu Arath, but not really Oryx, because Oryx kind of had closer ties with the Winnower as opposed to the Witness, and so he was kind of growing along his own path, and I would assume the Witness would kind of realize, oh, this guy's not going to be manipulated.
And even Bife touched on that, the fact that the Witness never at all has any... The Witness never even mentions Oryx at all. No interest. I think...
Yeah, and I especially think, like, the whole thing in the Books of Sorrow where it said, like, Oryx was growing so strong that his sisters had to, like, become independent and, like, leave him. I think that's a little bit sus. Like, I honestly think they might have left to, like...
Whoa, dude, yo.
I mean,
People are saying that a bunch of stuff for Final Shape just dropped. People are
Holy
playing
shit.
early. Like, now. Wait, PS5 players are apparently able to access the Final Shape early.
What the What the hell?
How is that possible? Wait, you guys need to keep me updated on this. We're gonna finish this,
weird.
and I'm gonna, like, open up Twitch or something. I don't know. Guys, I don't know what...
That is...
Wait, the entire DLC released on PS5.
Oh, this ogre's gonna kill me.
Are you kidding me?
No,
I'm watching a guy playing it right now.
What in the... That has to be a mistake,
No, that's a
right?
mistake. That's a bug. And they would have to take the servers down for the patch. There's no way. No, Bungie really messed up. I think they must be really upset. Oh, man,
Yeah,
I can't even concentrate on
that's
the game.
bad. What in the hell? Let me look this up real quick.
Whatever, guys, do not put spoilers in this chat. That's all I ask, okay? Do not put spoilers in this chat.
I haven't seen destruction.
Jay, feel free to delete any messages that are spoilers, right? That I actually say...
Where the hell are people streaming this at?
Obviously, it's a mistake. I'm gonna check Bungie help on Twitter.
It's being streamed through the cloud? Weird.
Yes, it's leaked. Yes, it's leaked.
Oh! Oh, wait! So... Oh my... Someone leaked it, I think, is what is going on. That... Oh, man. Oh... If it got like leaked online
Well,
or something,
is it a
that's
leak?
extra shitty.
It's being streamed through the cloud or whatever. I don't see anything. The last chances end up. I know this is actually horrific. I think it's
Oh
fake.
God. I hope it's fake, because that's
It's not fake. It's for real.
oh,
I'm going to see if it's being confirmed on Raid Leaks. There's a server.
oh.
There's no actual way. 2 discords. Multiple people have logged into the new version. Watch out for Twitter for the next week. Raid Patrol season. Everything. There was a PS5 patch, and some people had their characters reset. And at the same time, Final Shape was added. Yo, Jay, what's up?
Just to clarify, PlayStation 5 got it early, and so people were able to leak it out. Only some folks, not everybody. Yeah,
Oh.
So
I'm
people
gonna
are
leave now.
playing it right now?
Yeah, there's some that are playing it right now as we speak.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Well, guess who has to stay offline for the next however many days?
Yeah.
That is such. Oh, I feel bad for them in a way, because that is such a big fumble.
So yeah, this is what's I think. I mean, to be fair, at least it wasn't PC, right? But what I would say these are things that are probably going to come out. So they're going to patch this before hopefully anybody can finish the story. Well, actually, no. Wait a minute. I just realized it's freaking. Good morning. I don't want to.
In Seattle, it would be like
mispronounce your name.
1:18 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
So there's
unless
a
they
chance.
have like an emergency meeting and
There's
they're
a
like, guys,
chance.
Oh. Oh.
You know, actually, do you know what? It would be actually such a shame if this wasn't Bungie, but if it was Sony.
Oh God. That would cause so many problems too.
Wait, Kevin is saying they just booted. They got it. I'm logging on to
What
PS5.
the-
I'm going to check if it's confirmed.
I really hope someone's just trolling. I probably not, because so many people are saying it. But my God.
There's a chance they may drop it now. By the way, that was my foot, not anything else. Let me think. Yeah, I doubt they can drop it now, but I mean, they do have emergency stuff for things like this, but it's so early over there. Weasels. Wait, so why does Bungie need to take the servers offline for 25 hours next Monday? True, actually. Yeah, if they fully shut it down, if only PS, then it was definitely Sony. That's actually horrendous, man.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well,
That
depending
really-
on how long that went on for, I don't think people really people can't like really data mine from PlayStation, can they?
I don't think so. I think they might be able to, but it might just be a lot harder or something. I don't know.
PS5 is notorious of getting hacked, not surprised. Only PS5, something about streaming feature. Right.
Oh, okay. I think what's happening is people are able to like stream it or something.
Yeah.
Like how you can like stream a game without downloading it. That might be
Yeah.
what's happening.
Oh, I get it. So like the cloud version has the patch, and that's why they didn't have to like download an update. There's a version of right. It was over an hour, no data mines, but a tons of collection inspecting, including lore. Depending on how smart the league players were. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Something that I am gonna see is I do want to know what the login screen looks like. That'd be cool to see. But that's about it. You know, like I want to
Oh,
know what
that
the
extra sucks because I haven't finished my fucking video yet.
yeah.
Oh man. Hopefully they shut this down quick. Oh. Oy vey.
I want to say as well. I have they've apparently doubled the drop rate for shinies, and I haven't gotten a single one.
I just got a shiny LC rifle.
You see.
If you could go to the helm to look at that if you're done here, I would not mind.
Yeah, there you go.
Cade's gone,
Um,
and he won't be the last.
Oh, you know, that's mildly stressful, actually.
so no one is playing the story. I don't know. Yeah. People's characters got wiped. Yeah, probably, dude.
Oh, well, no, they don't have to wipe the characters. They can like set the server back to like a previous time.
No, I
So
think
if
it's like
someone
the
gets
bug. You know the bug where people would oh, make a new character, and then they make a new character, and then it's I don't know. Remember the bug where like your characters are missing, so it says make a new character, but then if you made a new character, it would replace the one that was actually there.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, that's
That
happened I
sounds
think twice.
horrific. Oh man. Oh. So they're saying that no one's actually playing the campaign.
That's actually just so unfortunate for Bungie, man. They just can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Not gonna get it. I actually got tokens so I can do 2 more quests at the hall whenever you're ready.
Okay, let me put some stuff in my vaults.
Okay, yeah, people can't log in. Right. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna be able to. I don't think there was enough time to. Nobody got into the first mission. Oh, that's really good.
Thank God. Oh my.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then as for
Ooh.
collections, I don't know. They did play the campaign, but I heard a person who did got booted after they launched the mission. It's coming from inside the house. I had a time to take a picture of the press start menu. Right. Yeah, okay, that's actually not too bad then.
Yeah, that's a bit. That's a relief.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
I'm almost done. I'm sorry.
No, you take your time, dude.
Yeah. Then I'll put.
Dude, you have no idea. I was panicking so much.
Well, yeah,
Ugh.
because like that would put like a big boot in like so many people's like scheduling related stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Thanks. But like, do you know how like hard it would be, like me trying like, oh, like if I made like a video like oh my predictions for the final shape, and like half
Oh
of everybody
yeah.
knows what's in. You know, like I have to pretend that I have to pretend that you don't already know, and I have to intentionally not know, and it's great. You know, it's like ugh.
Yeah, that's how it feels with the seasonal data mines a lot of the time, because that I don't has that really happened much anymore?
Which
I don't think it has.
the big data mines?
Like during like seasons and stuff. I feel like I never if that happened at all this year, I never really noticed it.
I mean, no, not really for seasons. Like obviously Deep was leaked, but that was about it. The big data mines are usually for the expansions, but hopefully that's not going to happen this time. But we'll see. Apparently raid mechanics managed to get leaked through this whole ordeal. Oh man. When in doubt, blame Bungie. I can't imagine the phone calls taking place. Yep.
Oh, what did you do? Oh man, you know. Oh, oi oi oi, oi 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 oi. Well,
I
at least
hit
they
my
got
life.
it resolved before anyone could really find anything out, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't care about raid like mechanics, I guess, for the most part, but like So as long as like no big story stuff got revealed, it's like whatever.
Can I go to Helm?
Yeah, you're good.
Oof.
Oh, that was quite the scare. This game cannot catch a break. So true.
No.
Um,
Yeah, now I'm definitely staying away from leaks because who knows? Who knows?
I mean, if it was like if they were streaming the game though, I don't think they'd really be able to like download it. I would imagine, like dig into the files.
No, but if they streamed it, like that means that they can go back and take screenshots of whatever they hovered over. Like you don't
That's
have to
true.
like scroll down like slowly through. Like you can just like quickly like open up lower tab, close, open up lower tab, close, and then you can go back to the stream with the recording, and you can.
That's fair. That's fair. Kiyosh says something interesting. Kiyoshi music. To be honest, I miss pre-PC only because stuff remained relatively well hidden, though I wouldn't trade. Yeah, I honestly, yes. Like there used to be a point in time where you could go around and tell your friends, dude, Luigi is a hidden character in Mario 64, and people would be like, oh shit, really? How do I unlock him? Now they can feel like, oh well, I googled it and it doesn't say it in the game file. Like there's no like sense of mystery with games anymore. I feel like
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame. Kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Like you don't get that sort of stuff anymore.
Um. So apparently the intro cutscene may have been seen, which I would actually think that makes sense. Like if you go to orbit, like right after,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I put all the gear leaks with spoilers, so you're good. It was mainly gear that was leaked with a few names. The intro is pretty much shown in trailers. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Honestly, the intro is probably just a spectacle. That's usually what the intros are.
Yeah.
It's just something for you to be like, yeah, like to get you into the groove.
Exactly. Jay, are the is the gear like is the gear names, are they spoilery at all, or is it just like, oh, this is just legendary gear that's being added with the. Yeah. Diablo secret car level. I'm actually impressed that you know about that, Felix, because you don't even play Diablo, I'm pretty sure, right? I feel like, dude, I feel like such a boomer. Like
Oh yeah, the cow level.
I
I've heard of that.
love Diablo 4, and I get addicted to it every season, and I know that so many people hate the game, and I feel like such a boomer for liking it. I can't help it.
I've
I don't know.
never played it before, actually.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And this season, like, it changed so much. Like they basically released the game. They've been gradually like fixing it ever since, and it's in a really good spot now. But
Oh,
yeah, it's
okay.
fun. It's fun. Also, Wuthering Waves, man. Oh my goodness, that game is really good. Really good. If
What kind of game is that?
you know Genshin,
Oh, it's like that kind
yeah,
of. Is it like a gotcha game?
think Genshin but better. I'm sure
I
I triggered some
see.
people saying that, but no, think
Deserved.
Genshin with like the combat of like Devil May Cry, like 5.
Okay, that kind of sounds rad.
Yeah, no, the
Actually.
combat is some of the best combat I've ever experienced in a third person game. It's just so smooth. It's so smooth, dude. I convinced my friend, and he's not into any of these types of games at all, right? Um and he's been playing it just because of the combat. He skips all the cutscenes, doesn't give a crap about any of the other stuff. He just plays for the gameplay. It's great. Some of the gear is cool, but some not. Some dude in Discord, he was in the first mission, took some screenshots. Full weapons and gear, it's being shown for Echoes. Okay. 2 cosmetics are kind of
Ooh.
spoilery, mostly in the lore, but the names hint at it. In my 20s, and I feel so old knowing about Bust Mew. Oh, I didn't even know about that. I tried twice to play Diablo 2, original one, but I suck at build crafting. That's fair. Are you guys openly discussing story leaks? No, dude. So, first of all, we don't even know if there are story leaks. Second of all, we wouldn't be even if there were. Also, third, thank you for being here, Liam. I really appreciate you taking the time to drop in and say hi. And yeah, no, but you're safe. No leaks here. The new armor leaked. Genshin Impact of Culture. Yeah. Okay. Well then, I'm looking forward to seeing the repercussions of this. Bungie really is not going to be impressed because this does seem to be
Yeah.
Sony.
Oh man, imagine if imagine if they like switch companies again. They're like, oh, this isn't working out. We'll 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 go to Nintendo instead.
Can
Imagine
you imagine that? No way, dude.
running Destiny 2 on a Nintendo Switch at a whole 5 frames per second.
I think, and maybe I'm just whatever. In my opinion, if I was Bungie and I wanted to leave Sony for whatever reason, I would actually sign uh exclusivity with Epic because they
Oh,
have the money first of all.
yeah,
Second,
that's
they
true.
own Unreal Engine and they would let Bungie use Unreal Engine. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, yeah,
good point. Good
yeah,
point.
yeah. And
Tiger
also it
Engine
would
has its
yeah,
charm, but I
but
think its age is showing.
and I think also it would really help Epic Games, especially on PC, like to fight against Steam and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that would be what I would do. But
The
yeah,
the downside is I would have to download Epic Games.
true. I mean, I have them because they give away a lot of free games, so it's like, oh yeah, I'll take that.
That's
And then
true.
I'll
That's
check
true.
every now and again. What's the Bungie gossip? Basically, Yog, on PS5, people were able to get into the final shape early, and all kinds of stuff has been coming out. Apparently, people are still in. No.
Get them out.
Congrats on everything with Bife as well. That's huge. Thank you, Liam. I know, dude. I'm still trying to process it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Send
still
in the
trying to process
sinister
it.
crab.
Yeah, but Epic, you, dude. In my opinion, I've always seen Epic as a big publisher that isn't as corporate as like Apple or Sony or Microsoft. You know, the store. Yeah, no, no. The app itself does need a revamp, 100%.
I would just say next, I don't like using anything other than
Yeah,
Steam,
because like Steam
really.
is the best, of course. Bungie has
Hell
nuked
yeah.
all of the PS servers. Oh,
Good. Annihilate them. You know, like it's like the more. It's like the
Twitter right now is actually a
walkers
good site.
shooting Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like take down the servers, delete the characters, crash Twitch, scrub the YouTube servers, all of it. Is your Discord for paid members only? So this group call is for Ascended members, and the reason why I have that is at the moment it kind of stems the amount. If everybody could join the group chat, then I think it'd be really
Oh,
difficult to have a like an
that would-
actual discussion and a conversation. So, and there may come a time where there still may be too many, but at the moment it just kind of keeps things, you know.
there should be a day where we just open it to everyone for 1 minute just to see what happens.
So, bro.
Actually, that might be a bad idea because people could very easily come in and say like very evil things that could get your,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The other way of looking at it as well is like even if we like managed to organize it, like let's say we had like 30 people in here, even if we managed to organize it and everybody was respectful and everybody like, you know, waited their turn, it means that each person has less that they're able to say because the bandwidth and like the time is split so many different ways. So it's just kind
That's
of yeah.
that's true.
As of right now, we don't know what is the Gardener and the Winnower, right? If you're talking about the leaks, yeah, we don't know. If you're talking about like in the lore, I think we do. Epic is too close to China for me. I mean, that's a fair point, dude. Honestly, it's a fair point. Execute Order 66. True. Twitter's gonna be wild. Supposedly, I'm hearing the leaks.
Oh,
Right. I got my
oh.
theories. Let me at them.
Get Matt Pat on this. He made his Destiny theory was not good. I gotta be honest.
Who?
Matt Pat Game Theory man,
No idea who that is.
Mr. Game Theory. Really, you don't know who that is?
No.
Oh, dang.
I don't really like I don't really like watch too many theories and stuff like that.
Oh, fair enough. Well, he's not really like Destiny. He made
Right.
one Destiny video,
Oh, right.
and it was like I think is the Traveler secretly evil or
Oh, that's
something?
dude. Okay, 2014. Once it's
Yeah, that's
thing
when it
back.
was made. That dude.
But to be
He
fair,
retired.
Luke Smith actually like egged that on. If you
You make a
check,
good point. Yeah.
there's like a 40 questions with Luke Smith interview, and it was about the Taken King, and specifically, the guy asks him two questions that are very interesting. He asks, "Do you know what is inside the Traveler?" Luke Smith, dead serious, yes. And then at the very end, he asks, "Is the Traveler evil?" And then Luke Smith's like, we'll have a conversation, about this when the time comes, that kind of, so it kind of made people think, oh, well, maybe.
Yeah, that's really weird, actually.
Oh wait, is Matt Pat the a game theory?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I know
guy,
who
that
that is.
guy.
Sorry, I know who that is. Yeah, of course, of course.
I gotcha. The FNAF guy. Yeah.
I don't even know him for that, but yeah.
What if the Traveler is secretly Freddy Fazbear? But
No.
hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks
Uh,
for watching.
Bungie accidentally set the test servers on. Oh,
Oh, interesting.
right. Right, that makes sense. And you know what? That's probably what all the content creators were playing on. Because like I was wondering,
Yeah.
right? Like Asacross and all them
Uh-huh.
were at Bungie, but they're playing with their characters, and I always thought that was like
That's
really
true.
weird. Because I was like that.
That's
So
weird.
they're like, how do they like play on like the Bungie, closed servers? You know what I mean? So it kind of implied that there was some kind of a live thing going on, and
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
and they had access to, well, they had access to the first and the fifth mission, but yeah, yep.
Huh.
Bungie. People got access to the final shape. Bungie leaks. Yeah. Isn't there an Osiris prophecy that alludes to the Traveler being a false god that causes more problems than helping? Uh,
Mm,
there is a false god one, but I think that's more to do with the witness.
yes. It's because of the way it's worded. See who's robed as if a god who stands with pride above the rest. Robed as if a god. It's not saying it is a god, robed as though they were a god, and they're prideful, and they see themselves as being above others. That describes the witness perfectly, as what it's doing is it is trying to essentially make itself into like a god, more or less, and it's
Right.
trying to take control of things it shouldn't, and it's like hubris and it's like self-centered ego in a lot of ways. So I really think that I think I mean, it's hard to say because like old story, different, whatever, but in the context of the new, like the stuff we got going on now, I definitely think
Right.
that's, especially even like the name of it, like because it comes from the sword, which is called Future Safe 10.
Mm.
So like like as in like keeping the future safe.
Right.
It's like to save the future, we have to stop the witness, basically. Which
Yeah.
I guess that could still apply to any big bad, but like still.
Um. Yeah. Yep. That's how I see it as well. Season pass armor is better than the raid armor. Wait, the raid armor got
Oh,
leaked. The raid armor got leaked. Oh, by the way, some are saying you do it through the GeForce Now app. Oh, dude.
the raid armor, and it's not as oh
No, I
oh
actually do want to see. I'll be honest with you. I'm not against seeing armor as long as it's not like spoilery, right? Like if it's got like just random
yeah.
names that are like whatever, I'm not completely against that. But obviously, it's like the story stuff that I care about.
If they didn't just make the
The
raid armor
exotic,
the
the raid exotic got leaked.
oh no, that might be spoilery.
Okay. Raid name, cosmetics, weapons, all of that posted on the leaks chat. So did the tooltip for the new destination. Probably screenshots of the destination as well, honestly. Like of like the map. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys. I know like campaign missions haven't been leaked like properly, but have there been any like super massive story implications? Like to do with like, you know, Gardener or Winnower or Witness and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Have there been any like massive implications in like the gear name? Savathun, Sussy Imposter. Oh, bro, please no. Yeah, I know. That's what we're talking about. Wait. No. People are saying, so that's one no. Nothing store related in the leaks channel, no.
Okay.
Nothing huge, but that'll be definitely there today. Don't think so, no. But like not
Okay,
even.
I'm looking.
There's one in the ship in the lore tab, which is no so far. No store stuff yet. It's like not even like implications. Like the name is like the Winnower's abode, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
No new origin traits and weapon archetypes. Okay. Right. Well, okay. I mean, I think regardless, even though I'm happy there's no major story stuff, I still think it's a shame. I'm sure Bungie is devastated that this happened.
Yeah. I don't blame them. And also, I'm looking at the name of the raid, and that's really lame, in my opinion, actually.
Oh, okay. Dang.
I won't say anymore. I
Yeah.
won't
Did
elaborate.
you see the gear?
Yeah.
Don't like it?
I mean, I don't hate that, actually. Like, I'm looking at the Warlock
Are
one.
people like
I don't think that's
inspecting it, like
bad.
you can see it, or is it just like the icons?
I think so. Oh, the cloak is. Can we have one good cloak, please, Bungie? My God, I beg of you.
Wait, there's a go. There's the ship. Do not look at the ship's name, guys. Okay, wait, guys. The ship's name. Do you like it or do you not like it? How about that? Yeah, I'm not. I'm navigating the waters. I'm
Well,
navigating
I
the waters.
don't know what to say yet. We don't know, I suppose.
So, guys, do you like the ship's name or do you not like it? Because they're saying that this name is like a big deal of the ship.
I mean, I'm looking at it, and it's kind of
Do you like it?
certainly interesting.
Are you happy
I mean,
or are you filled with
yeah.
dread?
I'm filled with neutrality.
Oh, that's not really good.
I mean, it looked like it's something. It's something. I don't want to get like into specifics. I don't want to like.
Somebody says you'll like it. That's what I want to hear. That is what I want to hear. Like right now on
I mean,
PC.
I do like it.
Apparently
I do
with
like
GeForce
it.
now. I have no opinion without seeing the ship. It's just an icon in the spoilers.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Also, to be fair.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, Lauren. We're not indulging in anything like that. No. No. Did I like the launch trailer? I did indeed. I thought it was a 10 out of 10 trailer. Of course. And I've got a video on that coming out today. Actually, if I should be able to get it done. I'll have 2 videos today. 2 videos on the trailer and the veiled figures and all that. And if you go to my server, if you join my Discord server and you go to video progress in my server, you will see the thumbnails for those 2 videos as well. Yes. The Echoes art is a massive story implication, right? I am dipping before. Yeah, honestly, gamer. But gamer, right? You were a lurker because I never saw you chat. Thank you for being here. Also, all the lurkers, I have no idea that you're here because I don't look at the views or anything like that. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. The Echoes art is too dark for me to make out what it is. Fair.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on.
But no one could get into the actual missions because it's put them on Guardian Rank 1. Oh, that's brilliant.
That's clever. That's really clever. God, that quote, like, that's the most Is it worse than the Root of Nightmare's cloak? I don't know. It's hard to say.
Oh, that's not good.
It's definitely up there though. I don't
Another
know.
league, boys. Yeah.
I don't know who looks at that like design and is like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I
Yeah,
don't get it.
I
don't get it. Oh.
it was viewable if you got access. It's already shit time. Well, I just saw all the leaks because of how little time it was out. You could only really see what you would have seen on launch day, mostly just Eververse ornaments and not bad. Yeah. I figured.
Oh, okay. Here's one thing I want to know. You don't have to spoil it for anyone else. Anyone who has seen it, DM me. Is there a pyramid themed ornament for Necrochasm? I know that's really specific, but that's something I really want. It's like a pyramid looking ornament for Necrochasm. If that's a thing, I will buy it as soon as I log in.
Just put it in the spoilers section in the server. Don't answer it here.
Don't say it in there. No, I'm saying either put it in there or DM it to me on Discord. Either or. Don't like spoil it. Even if it's like a little thing like that, I'm sure some people want to
no.
like see it on their own. Because it's already got the Siva one, but I don't really, at least with Necrochasm and its theming, I don't really vibe with Siva on it personally. Like it's still a cool ornament, just not like I wouldn't run it on Necrochasm personally.
I mean, Yug, you can join the server. It's just that like the call is like the actual like call or whatever is the thing. But anybody can join the server. Put it in leaks or I'll yeet it. Yeah, fair. Actually,
you will be disciplined.
I think honestly, like it is getting up to 10 a.m. for me, so I am probably gonna.
Yeah, it's almost 3.
I wasn't
this
planning
might be a
on,
good point to call it.
I was just gonna end it after that onslaught, and then all the stuff went down. So.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I should go to bed.
You should go to bed.
Because I got my own stuff I need to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whew. It's been a good stream, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good day or night or evening or morning. Go give your grandma a kiss. Tell her you love her. Join us next time when I contemplate my caviar.
Are you? What kind of utterance just came out of your mouth?
That's my outro.
Caviar
That's
sandwich.
what I'm gonna do. It'll be 2 words with the same letter. So it'll be like, join me next time when I.
What's the Discord server link again? Oh, sorry, it should be in the description of the server. I'll tell you what, guys. If you can't find it, I have a. I literally have a link right here. And. Whoop, there you go. That's the server link. There you go, boys. Gals. Visual. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate your time, and I enjoyed talking with you. It was fun. Good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy. And thank you all of you guys for being here too. Thank you for your time, and thank you for engaging in the discussion and making it really interesting and all that. And thank you for also not putting any spoilers. Jay didn't have to delete any messages, which is always good. And yeah.
Yippee.
I will. I was gonna watch your thing as well, Sapphire, but you said that you would delete the videos. But anyway, yeah.